Missouri U.S. Senator Eric Schmidt says it's just common sense.
If you poll this issue, it's 80 plus. There aren't many issues that are like that, including among Democrats. 70 plus percent of Democrats believe you should actually have to show a photo ID to vote. It's about basic election security.
But Democratic leaders have already said this bill is dead on arrival. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. 64, it's now 6:04. News Talk, KZRG. Are aliens among us? Southwest Missouri Congressman Eric Burleson is demanding answers.
Reportedly, an object that is not in this country that is so large it cannot be moved, that they've built an entire building around it. And that's one of the locations that I'm requesting to get to. It's going to involve a lot to make that happen, but that may be the final destination.
Burleson says he has been trying to get access, but the red tape runs deep. Missouri is one step closer to regulating gas station slot machines.
The State House of Representatives has given initial approval to Dixon Representative Bill Hardwick's proposal that would replace the current machines with state-regulated ones. The unregulated video slot machines are often found in Missouri gas stations, bars, private clubs, and restaurants. One more House vote in favor would send the proposal to the Missouri Senate for more work. From the Missouri Capitol, Elisa Nelson, Missouri Net.
Now with sports, here's Lucas Davis on News Talk, KZRG.
In prep basketball, the Joplin boys beat Carthage 55-51. The Carthage girls beat Joplin 46-43. In the loss, Joplin's Alyssa Owen surpassed 1,000 career points in a 15-point effort. The Webb City boys beat Parkview 50-45. The Carl Junction boys beat McDonald County 84-42. The McDonald County girls beat Carl Junction 41-32. The New Heights boys beat Golden City 75-54. The Thomas Jefferson boys beat Verona 76-27. Jack Twist crossed the 1,000-point mark for the Cavs in that win with 20 points. And the Thomas Jefferson girls beat Verona 56-37. An Olympic medal count update: Norway has 31 total medals with 14 gold. Italy has 24 total with 9 gold. And the U.S. has 21 total with 6 gold. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. Lucas Davis, News Talk, KZRG.
Your news is service to Galena Liberty Pawn. Sell your unwanted gold and silver directly to the refiner for top dollar. They also sell gold and silver bullion. Galena Liberty Pawn, 708 South Main in Galena, Kansas. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bajorquez.
Next news at 6:30. Breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here is your KZRG forecast. Much colder weather by the weekend. Still feeling like springtime today, 72. 68 tomorrow, Friday, sunny and near 50. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
Weather is the service of Buffalo Run Casino and Resort. Proud to welcome CMT Next Superstar winner Matt Mason to the Peoria Showplace Saturday, February 21st. Tickets for this 18 and up show are available now at BuffaloRun.com.
Clean sweep this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. 61 in Neosho, 63 in Pittsburgh, 64 in Baxter Springs, 64 in Joplin. News Talk, KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time going on 6:08.
Hi, I'm Steve. For 27 years, I served as a law enforcement officer in Newton County. I saw things most people never see, from the devastation of the Joplin tornado to the everyday trauma that sticks with you long after sirens fade. And I learned something important. Asking for help isn't weakness, it's strength. Now I'm at Access Family Care. I see how hard it is for people to get the therapy they need. So we're tearing down barriers, offering individual counseling, group therapy, and substance use treatment. If you're carrying something heavy, you don't have to carry it alone. Visit accessfamilycare.org and take that first step today.
This month, Pure Talk is honoring Jackson and Lincoln by offering unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data for just $25 a month. Meanwhile, Big Wireless is honoring Ben Franklin by charging families hundreds of dollars for the same 5G coverage. What? Franklin wasn't even a president. Hang on to those Benjamins. Dial pound 250, say Micro, and save 50% off your first month. That's pound 250, Micro, to switch to an American wireless company that's truly unprecedented. Pure Talk.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Lucky Larry's Landscaping, Larry! Larry saved his business money with a quick commercial auto quote from Progressive. Does it help he's his own marketing manager, accountant, executive assistant, and never been late? Technically, yes, but saving really put him over the edge. So, Larry, give Larry a round of applause. Be your own Larry. See if you could save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Are you a fraud-paying American? 1 in 4 tax-paying Americans have been victim of identity fraud. With LifeLock, your identity, if it's stolen, they fix it guaranteed or your money back. And last year, billions in refunds were stolen. Could be from your salary, overtime, or second job. Gone. But this year, you don't need to stay a victim. Because this tax season, fraud-paying American is something no American should have to claim. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms do apply.
There's no championship league for small business owners. But if there was, you'd be at the top of the standings. Because going pro with Lenovo Pro means you've got the winning formation. One-on-one advice, IT solutions, and customized hardware powered by Intel Core Ultra processors help you stay ahead of the competition. Business goes pro with Lenovo Pro. Sign up for free at Lenovo.com/pro.
Lenovo. The latest is always heard on News Talk, KZRG. Broadcasting from the Downstream Casino Resort Studio, this is News Talk KZRG. From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Wednesday morning, Ted Bojorquez
and Steve Scott
on FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, and on your smart speaker, it's News Talk KZRG.
Going to be sunny today. We're expecting a high of 72. Wind chill values as low as 48 early on. Southwest winds gusting as high as 18 miles per hour, so a lot calmer winds today. Mostly clear tonight, down to 55 for the overnight low. Sunny, 69 for the high for tomorrow. And Friday, sunny with a high of only 52, so the big cool down starting off officially on Friday. Saturday, a chance of rain and snow showers early in the before noon, mostly sunny with a high near 48. Chance of precipitation now at 30%. Mostly clear on Saturday night, down to 24. Sunny with a high of 45 on Sunday. Staying at 45 with mostly sunny on Monday. Then we finally start warming back up again on Tuesday, partly sunny with a high near 57. All of this according to KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith, who we will be talking to.
Yeah, and if she says it, you know it's true. She's a super smart lady.
We'll be
talking
to her at 7:25.
Also, she is hardwired into the Mega AI. She sits on a chair like in the Matrix. There's just a bunch of tubes running out of her head. It's all raw data going right into that.
I don't know if they used tubes. I think they went solid state.
They did solid state in the Matrix?
Yeah, I think.
All right.
Tubes would be kind of weird. You know, they go back into the 40s and 50s and even 60s.
Oh, Steve, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about feeding tubes because humans were
tubes.
batteries.
Okay.
You know, they were just in those little pods. They had to keep them alive somehow, and they did it via tube. My goodness.
Like a tube that keeps a baby growing.
Strikingly similar. Hey, coming up at 6:40, Matthew Woolsey. He is running for Joplin City Council. He's going to be live with us on News Talk KZRG. There are 3 seats up for grabs and 6 people running for them, which means 3 of them will be elected, 3 of them won't. Bad news is that there are no golden retrievers running for one of those spots.
What?
I know. There was a town in Alaska many moons ago that had a golden retriever as mayor, and I was deeply inspired by that, and unfortunately, that is not the case for Joplin City Council, at least not this go-around.
Well, at least that mayor was golden.
That's what I'm saying. Now, in any case, if you have any questions for somebody that could become a Joplin City Council member, somebody that, if you're a Joplin resident, you could be voting on in the next election, feel free to text us at 417-782-1310 or leave us an open mic message. And we'll leave us an open mic message with your question. We'll get it to them. So last night was the big Joplin City Council meeting. It was 3.5 hours, give or take. News Talk KZRG, we were streaming it live on our video live stream, which is found on our Facebook page, on our YouTube page, and, of course, on our website, newstalkkzrg.com. And the reason it was such a big one. The reason we were live streaming it is because it had to do with the rezoning and annexation of land that could become a data center. And the city council, after a lot of public comment, ended up voting in favor of annexing and rezoning said land. So it's on the books. The votes are in. That's the situation. Now, it was two separate votes. The first vote was approving the annexation of this land, about 540 acres southwest of the intersection of Central City Road and West 20th Street in Joplin. That passed in a 6 yes, 4 no vote. Following that, there was a second vote where they rezoned it from residential to heavy industrial. That passed in a 7 yes, 2 no vote. So, there you have it. There's the deets on what happened last night. Details can be found at newstalkkzrg.com. It was a long one. It was a long meeting. A lot of emotion was flying about for sure. No question about that. As a matter of fact, there was some interruption at times. Let's see if, for instance, here is an instance where, if this will play, here's an instance of during the city council meeting, and we have this in one of the next newscasts coming up, where after the public comment period, the city council then sat down and they had an open discussion in front of everyone. Hey, what are we going to do? Where they were talking to many people. They were talking to themselves, amongst themselves, publicly. Hey, here's what I'm thinking. What are you thinking? That type of thing. And during that process, there was a bit of an interruption due to the high emotion. Take a listen to this.
Any other discussion, council?
Are we just talking? Natasha, are we just talking now to jump up and talk and interrupt? Because we're having a discussion up here. We're not asking for comment. No, I'm asking questions.
You're lying to the people.
Okay. Asking questions is lying. We can, guys, asking questions is what you want, and now we're asking questions. I'm not looking for it. I apologize, Mayor.
Needless to say, not very decorum.
No. Almost sounded like something going on the national level.
Yeah, you know it's bad when it sounds like D.C. in the local at the local level.
That's very true, very true.
So in any case, and by the way, the individual whose voice you heard just asking questions, that was Mayor Pro Tem Josh Tatar, just by the way. Wow. So anyway, we'll have more details for you on that. There are details already up right now on newstalkkzrg.com. You can take a listen to that. So there you have it. If you want a little insight, a little background onto the decision-making tree that was taken, conducted, done, whatever the verbiage is supposed to be, by the city council to make their decision, we have a little podcast. We have a two-part podcast up that kind of deep dives into how that process works. That can be found at newstalkkzrg.com in the podcast section. Shifting gears but keeping it local here, the Carthage Community Foundation has began accepting applications for its spring grant rounds. This is Area 501c3, or excuse me, this is for Area 501c3 organizations, i.e. nonprofits. It's also for other IRS-approved entities like civic, education, or faith-based groups that are serving the Carthage area. Now, grant applications, they can be found online at newstalkkzrg.com. But here's the important thing. If you are a local Carthage-based organization who is built around helping Carthage out, helping Carthage community members out, you have until April 9th at 11:45 p.m. to sign up for this grant. So could really help you guys out, whoever you are with. Now, the goal of these grants is to support organizations and projects which enhance the lives of Carthage residents and provide innovative solutions for existing and emerging community needs. Now, I'm sure you're asking yourself, what is an emergency community need? That's what many of you were asking yourself. Steve was asking himself, when is Ted going to shut up? The answer is never.
That's an emergency situation. When will Ted shut up?
That's true. Well, they have identified area needs in Carthage: health and human services, education and youth services, arts, culture, history, and community beautification, and food and nutrition. Those are the 4 that they identified as being the primary things that they are looking to solve, basically. So there you have it. Now, the Carthage Community Foundation, they said they prefer to provide grants for one-time initiatives and capital/equipment purchases. So it's not like, hey, I'm part of a local organization. Hopefully this will be part of my funding every year. No, if you need something, little something extra, we might be able to help you out. The total amount one applicant may request $10,000. So that's pretty much maxed out. So if you work for a nonprofit organization or faith-based or education-based organization in and around the Carthage area that's trying to help the community out, if you know someone that works for those, hey, here you go. This is for you. Let them know.
This is the way to do it now. If they need information, if you need information on how to apply for the grants, go to this story at newstalkkzrg.com and click on the links. They'll get you there.
That's true. KZRG News Time, 6:20.
KZRG's Big 3 on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg will testify today in a landmark trial over claims that social media platforms harm children and are addictive. The billionaire will be answering the public's concerns regarding youth safety in the digital Wild West.
Now.
Wrong button.
Number 2.
Bruce Springsteen announcing a U.S. tour in defense of America, which he claims is under attack by Orange Man, who he calls a wannabe king with a rogue government. He's just the latest in a long line of celebrities with TDS.
Number 1.
Last night, the Joplin City Council voted to annex and rezone land that could become a data center during a 3.5-hour meeting. The meeting featured robust discussions with lots of insights from citizens and city staff. Details are newstalkkzrg.com.
Now, the KZRG question of the day on News Talk KZRG.
If you could make one rule that everyone on planet Earth had to follow, what would it be? We want to know. Go to KZRG's Facebook page, News Talk KZRG on Facebook. If you could make one rule that everyone on the planet could follow, what would it be? That's an easy one. You know what mine would be, Steve?
What?
Every year, everyone on planet Earth had to give me $1. I'd have $7 billion a year. It's a pretty good rule.
Yeah.
And it only costs everyone $1. Pretty simple. What rule would you make if you could make a rule that everyone on Earth had to follow? Coming up, what's going on with your money on News Talk KZRG? Good morning.
These spring temperatures today and tomorrow, back to February by Friday. Sunny and 72 today, a mild night, mid-50s tonight. Tomorrow the winds start to pick up, still dry, 68 tomorrow. The cold air shows up tomorrow night. And Friday, it's sunny, only 50 in the afternoon. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
When you got a clog that can't be beat, when your shower water is above your feet, when you flush that bowl and it makes you frown,
Spring River makes that drain go down.
Hi, it's Nathan with Spring River Drain and Sewer. We treat all of our customers neighborly because we are your neighbors. Our licensed drain experts are from here, so you won't find us showing up with tricky sales tactics or wasting your time. We charge flat rate pricing for drain calls, not by the hour, so you know the price before we even show up. We proudly treat you like a friend and neighbor, not just another business transaction. Call Spring River Drain and Sewer and get started on fixing your sewer or drains today. Schedule an appointment at springriverdrain.com, and remember,
Spring River makes that drain go down.
Planning to store your RV this fall and winter? Don't let it sit and cost you money. Let Cola RV Consignment help you sell it fast. With Cola, there's no hassle. Their skilled team handles marketing, nationwide exposure, all paperwork, and they've got the largest used inventory in the Midwest. Let Cola RV put your RV in front of eager buyers today. Visit Cola RV in Carthage and turn your RV into cash before the snow falls. Don't store it, sell it with Cola. Cola RV, where buying or selling your RV is as easy as can be.
What are you even doing here?
That's what he asked me as we were both working at a furniture store. I'm Chris.
And I'm Zach. We're the window guys from Windows & More. I'd seen Chris on TV before doing Windows & More ads, and now he's selling couches with me.
My dad and I were running Windows & More together, but I needed that second job to make ends meet.
And I was ready to get out of the furniture store. So we started talking and figuring out how to make Windows & More work together. I would schedule us to close the store together, and we stayed after hours and mapped it all out on the whiteboard in the back room.
And the next thing you know, we're using Zach's garage as a warehouse and running Windows & More together.
And eventually, my wife wanted our garage back, so we moved to a new location, and we've kept growing ever since.
And it's all been because of your amazing support in a furniture store. Come see us at 976 North Central City Road in Joplin, or find us at windowsandmore.llc.
Never settle for less. The choice is clearly Windows and More.
I'm Nicole Murray with Your Money Now. President Trump has lauded nearly $36 billion in investment from Japan to support 3 American-based projects. It represents the first batch of investments by Tokyo following a landmark trade deal struck under Trump last year. Japanese officials say the oil, gas, and critical mineral projects strengthen the Japan-U.S. alliance. Amazon shares closed up more than 1% yesterday, snapping a 9-day slide that shaved billions off its market cap. The stock shed roughly 18% of its value between February 2nd and Friday, axing more than $450 billion in market valuation. The selling frenzy around Amazon is tied to the company's fourth quarter earnings report released earlier this month. Arthur Mensch, CEO of Mistral AI, said more than 50% of current software in an enterprise could be replaced by artificial intelligence. Software stocks have sold off on fears AI could eat into so-called software as a service business models. Futures are moderately higher. That's Your Money Now.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter.
Hey, join me, Sean Hannity, every weekday, 2 to 5. It's all happening right here on News Talk KZRG. Depend on it.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
It's going to be sunny today. We're expecting a high of 72. Mostly clear tonight, down to 55. Sunny tomorrow with a high of 68. And then sunny on Friday with a high of only 52. Saturday, we've got a chance of rain and snow showers before noon. Mostly sunny with a high of 48. Sunday, sunshine with a high of 45. 45 and mostly sunny on Monday. 57, partly sunny on Tuesday. And temperatures right now around the 4 states are a little bit on the cool side, but not too shabby. Right now it is 54 in Neosho, 48 in Pittsburgh, 52 in Galena, 52 in Joplin. We'll be talking with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith at about 7:25.
Yeah, it's just before 6:30 here. Hey, coming up after the news in a little more than 10 minutes here, we're going to be joined by Matthew Woolsey. He's running for Joplin City Council. There are 3 seats up for grabs for the Joplin City Council and 6 people running for them. At least in general council, I should say. So we have that going on. Now, we are going to be hosting every single candidate on this show that is running for Joplin City Council in contested seats. There are a couple of people running for a few seats that are non-contested, i.e. they're the only person running. Those seats we're not going to be having on the show, just because you're either voting for them or you're not, right? Now, the seats that are contested, we will be hosting every single candidate on this show. We already have them scheduled out, save one, who I will not name, But the reason we don't have them on is because they are not responding to my phone calls, emails, text messages, or smoke signals. I did a smoke signal the other day trying to get this candidate's attention. They totally missed it.
You're the reason for that smoke that was coming from western Kansas.
It was.
You are the reason.
Well,
How
listen,
dare you?
Steve, we all know I blow enough hot air. It's about time some smoke shows up as a result. I'll tell you that much.
Okay.
But in any case, we will be having every single candidate running for a contested seat for Joplin City Council on the show. Today is the first candidate we're having on, Matthew Woolsey, running for Joplin City Council. We will also be hosting candidates running for Carthage City Council as well, by the way. So for us Carthologians out in the 4 states, be tuned in for that. If you have any questions for a candidate, for somebody that could be running, or is running for Joplin City Council, could become a member, feel free to let us know by texting us at 417-782-1310. That's coming up at 6:40 in about 10 minutes, just after the news. An hour after that, we're going to be joined by Alex Gandy. He's with MSSU. He's going to be talking to us about the upcoming career fair that MSSU is hosting, along with their Dress to Impress event, something Steve can take note on. I saw your Instagram post, Steve, the dress that you wore for Valentine's Day, and I wasn't very impressed. I don't think Mrs. Steve was either with your dress.
What did it look like? Because I haven't seen it.
A weird amount of bedazzled. It was very, very studded, very bedazzled.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was studded.
Steve and Mrs. Steve coming out wearing the same thing, and Steve just saying, oh, well, one of us is going to have to change.
I have zero doubt that's what happened.
Huh.
Then coming up at 8:10 this morning is Missouri State Highway Patrol's Corporal Sam Carpenter. We're going to be talking to him about highway safety, along with trooper count. Do we have enough troopers on the road on Missouri roadways? We're going to be getting his insight on that. On FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, and on your smart speaker, it's News Talk KZRG.
At 6:31, I'm Steve Scott.
I'm Lucas Davis.
Here's what's trending on News Talk KZRG. Iran-U.S. talks come to an end.
Meta CEO to testify in court.
Searching for Nancy. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG, heading for a high of 72. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith following sports. That'll be at 6:38. 54 in Neosho, 48 in Pittsburgh, 52 in Galena, 52 in Joplin. FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310. News Talk KZRG. Talks between the U.S. and Iran taking place in Geneva alongside negotiations between Russia and Ukraine. Lucas Tomlinson with more.
President Trump's special envoys are trying to end a war and prevent one. They are negotiating with Iran and leading trilateral talks between Russia and Ukraine, all taking place in Geneva. Here's Vice President J.D. Vance on those talks with Iran.
You know, in some ways it went well. They agreed to meet afterwards. But in other ways, it was very clear that the president has set some red lines that the Iranians are not yet willing to actually acknowledge.
The Trump team wants Iran to end its quest to enrich uranium. Israeli officials call the talks a smokescreen and say the odds for a deal are low. Iran's foreign minister says he wants talks to continue in 2 weeks' time. Some think Iran is just stalling. Yesterday, dozens of American fighter jets, including a squadron of fifth-generation F-22 Raptors, were seen flying toward the Middle East.
Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg will testify in the landmark Los Angeles trial that accuses tech companies of negatively impacting teens' mental health.
Despite the trial being recessed Tuesday because a juror was hospitalized, Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg will take the stand regardless of if the juror returns in time for his testimony. Meta and YouTube are accused of knowingly creating addictive features that led to teen depression, self-harm, and suicidal thoughts. Both have denied the claims. Meta filing a motion opposing a former VP of partnerships and marketing and a former researcher from testifying for the plaintiff, arguing their previous roles are not relevant to the case. YouTube opposing the testimony of an online advertising, marketing, behavior studies, and media planning expert, arguing the same. But the judge ruling all three can take the stand, which could happen as early as Thursday. Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
The Pima County Sheriff says the search for Nancy Guthrie is still very active, approaching 3 weeks since she has been missing.
Sheriff Chris Nanos tells Fox News they're still hoping to find Nancy Guthrie. The latest development showed DNA found in gloves a few miles from the home matched no one in the CODIS national database. Nanos said while that's true,
we do have somebody's DNA in those gloves.
What does the sheriff think happened?
I believe it was a kidnapping, but I'm not the one investigating this. I have a team of some very qualified, very hardworking young men and women.
That team, he says, is checking every lead and using technology that detects Bluetooth signals, like the one believed to be in Guthrie's pacemaker. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
52 at 6:34, News Talk, KZRG.
After a 3.5-hour meeting, the Joplin City Council voted 6-3 in favor of annexing the land that could become a data center. Following that vote, the City Council voted to rezone it to heavy industrial.
Mayor. Mr. Lawson. I move that Council Bill number 2026-257 be passed on second reading, advanced to third, and passed.
Second. Motion has been made and properly seconded for the approval of Council Bill 2026-257 on second reading, advanced to third reading, and passed. For those wishing to vote in favor of that motion, please signify by raising your right hand.
7 in favor.
Thank you. Those wishing to vote in opposition of that, please signify by raising your right hand.
2 against.
That motion carries 7 in favor with 2 against.
A plea deal has been made with a man accused in a 2024 shooting.
Defendant Trent Cobb entered a plea of guilty to a charge of assault in the first degree. It was all part of a plea agreement. The Jasper County Prosecuting Attorney's Office says it's in relation to a shooting in April of 2024 of a man outside Discount Liquor at 1817 South Main. The victim was shot in the abdomen but survived. Cobb was located out of state several months later. The plea agreement for him caps his sentence at 15 years. Sentencing is scheduled for April 14th. Steve Smith, News Talk KZRG.
52 at 6:36. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. News Talk KZRG.
Missouri lawmakers are weighing a plan that would end Kansas City Chiefs specialty license plates starting in 2026. The proposal comes from Bowling Green Republican Chad Perkins, who says he filed it in response to the Chiefs planning to move to a new stadium in 2031 in Kansas. And he says he'd even take the idea a step further.
Arrowhead Stadium's not owned by the Chiefs. It's owned by the Jackson County Sports Authority. If I were the Jackson County Sports Authority, I'd tell them to get out right now. Just get your stuff and get out now. Go play football at a high school field in Overland Park. I don't care. Get out. And you can sue me and we can go to court. And I think a Missouri jury might just agree with me right now, right?
Under the bill, any Chiefs plates issued before the 2026 cutoff would stay valid, but Missouri would end its agreement with the team and stop issuing new ones.
I could tell by that sigh you were thinking that they would really look good playing in an Overland Park high school football field.
It's kind of the same thing. It's the same reaction to Bad Bunny's lyrics need to be investigated the FCC. Just get over it, let the proceedings happen, and move on cordially.
Today, many Christians are going to be marking the start of Lent.
Ash Wednesday is being observed today with a day of fasting and reflection that begins the start of Lent. Many Catholics will attend a church service and receive ashes in the shape of a cross on their forehead. Some Protestants, like those in Episcopal, Lutheran, or other congregations, also mark the day. In recent years, there's been an uptick in churches that offer ashes to go in parking lots, airport chapels, and commuter rail stations, with clergy offering ashes to busy workers and others who might want to participate in the ritual but don't have time to get to a church. Lent lasts for 40 days, minus the Sundays, and leads up to Easter observances. Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
Now with sports, here's Lucas Davis on News Talk, KZRG.
In prep basketball, the Joplin boys beat Carthage 55-51. The Carthage girls beat Joplin 46-43. In the loss, Joplin's Alyssa Owen surpassed 1,000 career points in a 15-point effort. The Webb City boys beat Parkview 50-45. Carl Junction boys beat McDonald County 84-42. The McDonald County girls beat Carl Junction 41-32. The New Heights boys beat Golden City 75-54. The Thomas Jefferson boys beat Verona 76-27. Jack Twist crossed the 1,000-point mark for the Cavs in that win with 20 points. And the Thomas Jefferson girls beat Verona 56-37. An Olympic medal count update: Norway has 31 total medals with 14 gold. Italy has 24 total with 9 gold, and the U.S. has 21 total with 6 gold. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. Lucas Davis, News Talk KZRG.
Your News, a service of Galena Liberty Pond. Sell your unwanted gold and silver directly to the refiner for top dollar. They also sell gold and silver bullion. Galena Liberty Pond, 708 South Main, Galena, Kansas. I'm Steve Scott.
I'm Lucas Davis.
Next news at 7 o'clock. Breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here is your KZRG forecast. Soak up the sunshine, these spring temperatures today and tomorrow. Back to February by Friday. Sunny and 72 today. A mild night, mid-50s tonight. Tomorrow the winds start to pick up, still dry, 68 tomorrow. The cold air shows up tomorrow night. And Friday, it's sunny, only 50 in the afternoon. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
Clean sweep on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar this morning. It's 54 in Neosho, 48 in Pittsburgh, 52 in Webb City, 52 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time going on 640.
My name is Brandy. I am the lead assistant for Team Dental of Joplin, and this is Hadley. She is one of my favorite patients here at Team Dental of Joplin. Hadley, what do you want to be when you grow up?
The answer to that question is a dentist.
What made you decide you want to be a dentist?
Just seeing how they work and how nice and fun it is. They always are introducing new staff members to me and telling them all about how I want to be a dentist when I grow up and how Dr. Lemus is super funny. They like the Chiefs, so probably if you like the Chiefs, you should probably go there.
Absolutely. Hadley is the model patient at Team Dental of Joplin. She always does a great job when we have her in the chair.
I'm Dr. Lemus from Team Dental of Joplin. Welcome to the neighborhood practice for your whole family. Learn more at teamdentalofjoplin.com.
Team Dental of Joplin, your neighborhood practice for your whole family.
Hinkle's Ace Hardware, they got what you need there.
Whoa, easy there, killer. Is that neon salmon with the side of 1970s lime? Your walls aren't just dated, they are crying for help. It's time to neutralize the situation at Hinkle's Ace Hardware. We've got the on-trend palettes that'll turn your fixer-upper into fixed it. Grab the designer-approved colors you see on TV, like the Benjamin Moore favorites used by Dave and Jenny Mars on Fixer to Fabulous, or the iconic Magnolia Home line from Fixer Upper. This is quality stuff, folks. We're talking fewer coats, less mess, and low-odor formulas that won't clear out the house. These coatings are built to last with stain resistance tough enough to handle a scrubbing from a busy household. Save time, save money, and finally stop squinting at those walls. Visit Hinkle's Ace Hardware in Webb City or our location just around the corner from Freeman Hospital in Joplin. Hinkle's Ace Hardware for people with ugly rooms.
Neighbors helping neighbors, Hinkle's Ace Hardware Store.
3 blind mice turn to 30 blind mice. They eat all your food. They chew up your shoe. The cold makes them look for a warm place to hide. They won't go away no matter how hard you try. Come bug away to get them out of your lap. Another 60 blind mice. Another shiny blind mice.
Hey, it's Doug and Rory from Bug Away Pest Control. Of course, we spend a lot of time on bugs, but we can help get rid of rodents too.
Cold weather leaves mice looking for a warm home for the winter.
Not only are rodents destructive, but they also carry a number of viruses and diseases.
At Bug Away Pest Control, we can be quick as a cat to get rid of your rodent problem.
Remember, if you don't see our logo, it's a no-go. There's only one place where you can get Doug and Rory's pest-free guarantee.
We do exactly what we say. We keep the bugs and rodents away.
Customer satisfaction is our #1 goal at Bug Away Pest Control.
Julie from Van Beesler Greenhouse and Feed Store gets our gardens ready for spring.
Wintertime is the perfect time to go ahead and get your garden ready for spring. Get you some mushroom compost, garden soil, and work it into your garden, and then you'll be ready when the timing is right. You're going to want to start with onions and potatoes mid-March. We offer seed potatoes, onion plants, and onion sets. Think about broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, some of your cold crops late March. And there's some seeds that you're going to want to purchase and get. Come on in and talk to us. We'll help you with the timing of your crops with different good tips to know. It's just a fun hobby to take on and so rewarding when you get those vegetables and taste the difference from store-bought. We will definitely be back in Joplin this spring at the Rock Yard at 8th and Schiffdecker. Really enjoy bringing our product over to the Joplin area.
Get 4 generations of gardening experience at Van Beesler Greenhouse and Feed Store, just east of Pittsburgh on Highway 126.
This is Buck Sexton. Join me and Clay Travis every weekday from 11 till 2 right here on News Talk KZRG. Depend on it.
From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
6:45. That's the KZRG News Time. Ted Bojorquez.
And Steve Scott. It's going to be sunny today. We're expecting a high of 72. And for tonight, mostly clear down to 55. Sunny with a high near 68 for tomorrow. 31 for the low tomorrow night. 52 for the high on Friday as we start the big cool down. Chance of rain and snow showers before noon on Saturday. Mostly sunny with a high of 48. Chance of precipitation is 30% now. And then 45 for the high on Sunday with sunshine, 45 for the high on Monday with sunshine, back up to 57 on Tuesday. So we just dip down a little bit, according to KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith, and then start going back up again like on Tuesday of next week.
Tuesday. That's right. Well, we were going to be joined live here in the studio by Matthew Woolsey, who is a candidate for Joplin City Council, someone that could be leading this city, the city of Joplin. I got an email from Matthew just about a couple of hours ago. I had just read it. Matthew Woolsey will not be joining us this morning, and I'm going to read for you exactly why. This is what Matthew wrote to us via email. Quote, "Further consideration and research into KZRG, I have decided not to continue with the interview. Being platformed by such vile and hateful people, regardless of the context or opposition I present, would result in a tarnished reputation with my base." End quote. So, that is all we have to present to you regarding Matthew Woolsey and what platform, I guess, he stands on politically. And that's all we have for you as voters. So if you're a Joplin resident trying to decide whether or not you want to vote for Matthew Woolsey, all we have to say is he thinks, I guess, that we are vile and and hateful. Which I will say I don't know what's worse, being vile or being Ted. I think I've already have the fate worse than vile, so I don't know if vile really is hurtful to me.
That's true. You are Ted.
Ted is way worse.
Way worse.
And if he wanted to hurt us, he should have just said, "Y'all are Ted, I'm out." And I would have been like, shoot, I can't argue with that one.
It's a shame that he thinks our listeners might be the same way.
I'm not sure what he thinks. That's what he thinks about us. If you want to, take that as an extension to the listeners, yeah. I'm not going to disagree.
So, yeah, it's one of those weird things.
Yeah. So, anyway, that's official from Matthew Woolsey running for Joplin City Council. All he has to say officially to us is that KZRG, we are vile and hateful people that would tarnish his reputation with his base. So, there you have it. That's
good luck with his base.
Yeah, you can. That's what you have to vote off of, at least from KZRG anyway. All right, moving past that, Chris Plant joining us at 9, Clay Travis and Buck Sexton at 11, Sean Hannity at 2, Mark Levin at 5. Last night was the big vote, Joplin City Council vote. They voted in favor of annexing and rezoning land that could become a data center. That was a very, very, very controversial meeting last night.
Oh, extremely. And it was a lot shorter than the one that was held previously. A lot shorter.
Yeah.
Although the audio clip that you played from it earlier was kind of messy for a little bit with people just jumping up and starting to yell at the council.
Yeah, there was a few instances where the audience got a little bit emotional, started, I would use the word heckling the Joplin City Council. Whether you feel that is or isn't appropriate, you can use a different word. You could use the word interrupted the city council if you would like, but some of that happened. The city council had listened to more than 25 people speak. Almost all of them was in opposition for the rezoning and annexation of the land. I think there was one and a half people that spoke for it. The one that spoke for it was the landowner,
right?
So obviously, and then the half was his sister, who it wasn't quite for, it wasn't quite against. It was a little bit something in the middle there. It was more just talking about, I haven't spoken to my brother in 10 years and all this is crazy. I was like, all right, so there you go. So pretty much everyone spoke against it.
Did they need the extra space for last night? Did they have a lot of attendance?
They had what it looked like around 300 people, 275 to 300 people.
They needed the extra space.
Yeah, exactly. So the Corley Auditorium, which is where that meeting was held at MSSU's campus, it wasn't completely packed. There were a handful of empty seats still, but that auditorium fits 400 people, and it was almost full. It was nearly full. So, if you were to just eyeball it, about 275 to 300 people, I would say was there. Probably closer to 300. So anyway, that's what's going on. Details on it can be found at news.kzrg.com. Hey, here's some other exciting news, and you can we're going to be getting into the details later on this. A $5 million fortune scratcher ticket was purchased in Missouri.
Yeah, it was purchased in Southwest Missouri at Jasper, Missouri at Judy's truck stop.
And by the way, if you're not aware, Jasper, Missouri is in fact located in Jasper County.
That's right. It's just up Highway 71/I-49, just north of Carthage.
Yeah. So $5 million fortune scratcher. Cha-ching. This, and by the way, just last month we had someone win more than $700,000 in Jasper County, Missouri on a different lottery ticket.
That was in Dunawig at 7th and Dunawig. It was $777,777.
And how many cents?
Probably 77 cents.
If you were a betting man, huh?
Yeah, but they couldn't get the 2 cents because they stopped producing pennies.
Oh, shoot. Do you think they rounded up? No. They probably rounded down. So in any case, I guess Southwest Missouri, specifically Jasper County, is on a bit of a hot streak right now with these lottery tickets. So if you live in McDonald County or Newton County or one of the surrounding counties and you're thinking about buying a lottery ticket, I recommend going to Jasper County to buy that lottery ticket. It's a short drive, but I think it might go a long way because apparently Jasper County's got the magic right now.
Yeah, well, actually, in fiscal 25, players in Jasper County won more than $13.9 million in Missouri lottery prizes. Retailers received more than $1.3 million in commissions and bonuses, and more than $14.2 million in lottery proceeds went to educational programs just in Jasper County.
Money, 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 money. KZRG News Time, 6:51.
KZRG's Big Three on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg will testify today in a landmark trial over claims that social media platforms harm children and are addictive. The billionaire will be answering the public's concerns regarding youth safety in the digital Wild West.
Number 2.
Bruce Springsteen announcing a U.S. tour in defense of America, which he claims is under attack by Orange Man, who he calls a wannabe king with a rogue government. He's just the latest in a long line of celebrities with TDS.
Number 1.
Last night, the Joplin City Council voted to annex and rezone land that could become a data center during a 3.5-hour meeting. The meeting featured robust discussion with lots of insight from citizens and city staff. Details at newstalkkzrg.com.
By the way, really quick, we were supposed to be joined live by Matthew Woolsey. He's running for Joplin City Council. Last minute, he said that he will not be joining us because he found out that, in his opinion, KZRG is vile and hateful people, so he didn't want to be platformed by such evil people as us. Tony on our KZRG video live stream said he's got TDS, TED derangement syndrome. That is pretty funny.
Now, the KZRG question of the day on News Talk KZRG.
If you could make one rule that everyone on the planet had to follow, what would that rule be? Leave us an open mic message on the KZRG app or text us at 417-782-1310. If you could make one rule that everyone on the planet had to follow, what would that rule be? Coming up, what's going on with Sean Hannity with Hannity's Morning Minute. You can always tune in to Sean Hannity every single weekday at 2 if you want to hear what apparently some view as vile content. That's coming up at 2 on News Talk KZRG. Good morning.
Here is your KZRG forecast. Soak up the sunshine, the spring temperatures today and tomorrow. Back to February by Friday. Sunny and 72 today. A mild night, mid-50s tonight. Tomorrow the winds start to pick up. Still dry, 68 tomorrow. The cold air shows up tomorrow night. And Friday, it's sunny, only 50 in the afternoon. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
Daniel, the phones are blowing up again, and this winter storm's got everyone's electricity acting wild.
How wild?
Customer number 1 said their house is having mood swings worse than teenagers without Wi-Fi.
Ooh, that's serious. No Wi-Fi? That's end of the world stuff right there.
I told them we can fix the flickering and install a generator so they never lose power again.
That's right. When in doubt, just iPocket.
Okay, customer number 2 says their cousin told them to tap the breaker with a spoon.
A spoon? Why is it?
Good morning, everybody. Sorry, we're late on the draw here. We had some more technical issues this morning, and also I was up all night running the Joplin City Council meeting. So I didn't even get home until like 11:45 last night, and here I am. So I'm a little tired, a little slow. I apologize. Sarisa, hey, can I get a venti iced Ted latte with a triple shot of mocha? Whipped Steve and shaved Lucas. That's very funny.
Okay, here I got it.
As if,
dumpster.
Big John's.
Yeah, maybe it's a little petty, but if your ex has moved on, you should too. At Big John's Roll-Off Service, we call it therapeutic separation cleaning. Did your ex leave junk behind? Did they talk you into buying stuff that you never really wanted? With a roll-off from Big John's, you can experience the relief of throwing all of their junk away.
Hey, it's John.
And Claire from Big John's Roll-Off Service. We believe in the power of therapeutic separation cleaning.
We can drop off the right size roll-off to help you get the fresh start you need.
Text us at 417-540-0663 or go to BigJohnsRolloff.com and get your flat rate upfront price today.
When you've got big waste, you need Big John's.
Big on service, big on savings.
Big John's.
My wife says I'm pretty hard-headed. I'd say persistent. I try to stay loyal, but I got tired of getting the runaround when I'd order a dumpster for my jobs.
At Reliable Roll-Offs, they hear from people who are tired of false promises every day. Don't get burned again. If you're looking for a company to deliver on their word, Reliable Roll-Offs is ready to help. Get the right-sized roll-off for your job within 24 hours. Start on your free estimate at ReliableRolloffs.net. The best ability is reliability. Reliable Roll-Offs.
Your morning cup of Sean. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
Republicans can win this midterm election. Do not listen to anybody that says that they can't, but it's going to take effort on their part. I mean, too many of these Republican politicians are not effective communicators. You can learn how to communicate better. It's not that complicated. And if Republicans, if they want to stay in power, if they want America to keep progressing, if they don't believe in open borders, amnesty, if they want integrity in elections, if they want confidence in election results, they can have it. If they want ICE to remove all of these people that Biden, Harris, Mayorkas let into the country, we can do that. Now the left wants to defund ICE, like the police.
The conservative underground meets later today on the Sean Hannity Show.
All right, so here's the question. Are we witnessing the greatest run for precious metals in history? Only time's going to tell, but gold and silver have been defying the odds. I don't have a crystal ball, but I believe the reasons
for this explosion in the price aren't going away. Plus, I've been buying precious metals now for 4 decades, and I'm not going to stop. My partners at Goldco, they want you to be an informed investor. They have a perfect resource for you. It's their free 2026 gold and silver kit. Now, I trust them. They support this show. They do a great job of educating people like myself on precious metals. And big news, launching this month, Goldco, they're now celebrating America's 250th anniversary with a limited time bonus offer. Get up to 10% free gold or silver, plus free storage and a free home safe with a minimum cash purchase. Now, there's not a better deal out there. Just go to HannityGold.com for details or call 855-815-GOLD or just go to HannityGold.com.
Hey, it's Mark Levin with The Mark Levin Show. Be sure to tune in every weekday from 5 to 8 on FM 102.9, 105.9, and AM 1310. News Talk KZRG.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Going to be sunny today. Enjoy it while you can. At least the sun is supposed to be shining, and hopefully it will be shining shortly. High today is 72. Mostly clear tonight, down to 55 for the overnight lows. Sunny tomorrow, a little bit cooler, 68 for the high. Cool down really kicks in on Friday, 52 for the high. And then on Saturday, 48 with a chance of rain and snow showers before noon, but mostly sunny with, again, the high of 48 on Saturday. That's the KZRG forecast. We'll be talking with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith at about 7:25.
That's exactly right. Coming up after the news in about 10 minutes here at around 7:10, some details for you on last night's big city council meeting, along with a lawsuit regarding Roundup and what it could mean for Americans. That's coming up next on News Talk KZRG. Good morning.
The 4 states news, talk, and severe weather station. KZRG, KIXQ HD2, Joplin, a free service of Zimmer Marketing. It's 7 o'clock.
2 American adversaries are getting ready to play war games. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Iran and Russia preparing military drills tomorrow in the Sea of Oman, with American warships also in that region, following another round of indirect U.S.-Iran talks in Geneva, as President Trump threatens military action if Iran doesn't agree to a nuclear deal.
As negotiations resumed, Iran sent an implicit message carrying out military exercises in the Strait of Hormuz. State media showed footage of cruise missiles launching from trucks and boats, and the Supreme Leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, also threatened to send a U.S. aircraft carrier to the bottom of the sea. But the two sides did agree to exchange drafts on a potential deal, reportedly, and talk again in 2 weeks.
Fox's Jackie Heinrich at the White House. The same Americans in Geneva in the Iran talks brokered another round of Russia-Ukraine negotiations this morning.
The latest three-way discussion involving the United States, Ukraine, and Russia only lasted about 2 hours. It was described as difficult but businesslike by Moscow's chief negotiator. Territory remains the main sticking point. The sides have also been looking at prisoner exchanges and how a ceasefire would be monitored.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. Rescuers out near Lake Tahoe in California digging through snow a second day, searching for 9 missing backcountry skiers feared buried by an avalanche.
A group of at least 15 skiers, including guides, were on Castle Peak Mountain when the avalanche happened. Sheriff's office said at least 6 of those skiers have survived. An avalanche warning is in effect through this morning.
Fox Weather's Craig Herrera. It's day 18 of the search for Nancy Guthrie. No named suspect.
I know that I have a team that every minute of the day is out there working hard.
Pima County Sheriff Chris Nanos also tells Fox DNA found on a glove near the Guthrie home and found inside the house were not a match to any DNA in a federal database. Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg will testify today at a trial in Los Angeles in a lawsuit alleging some social media platforms are made to be addictive, which they deny. America's listening to Fox News.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG, we're topping out at 72 today. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith following sports. That'll be at 7:08. Sun is on the rise. It's 52 in Neosho, 46 in Pittsburgh, 49 in Galena, 49 in Joplin. AM 1310, FM 102.9, 105.9. News Talk, KZRG. The Joplin City Council voting to approve the annexation and rezoning of land that could be home to an AI data center in the future. The meeting was held in Missouri Southern and had plenty of opposition to the move. KJ McDonald told News Talk KZRG.
I live in Kansas. I live over the state line, but Joplin is still really my home, is where my heart is. And this issue influences us on the other side of the state line and our neighbors in the surrounding states as well, because we know that pollution, the water, downstream effects for everybody around us. So I think that this is an issue that the city should be taking consideration from people who are outside of city limits. Pretty ironic that only people who live inside of city limits can circulate and sign petitions to try to stop this, whenever the people who live outside city limits are the ones who will be most directly impacted by it.
Her comments also came as one city council member floated the idea of preventing non-Joplin citizens from speaking at council meetings.
SNAP benefits have officially changed in the state of Oklahoma.
No more candy and or soft drinks can be bought using the SNAP EBT payments in the Sooner State. That means no chocolate bars, gummies, taffy, chewing gum, or any sort of sugary sweets, and also means no pop, tea, Gatorade, flavored water, or juice drink containing less than 100% juice. Governor Kevin Stitt has said in the past that tax dollars are not going to keep funding foods that are making people sick and unhealthy. Similar changes going to take effect in Missouri in October. I'm Ty Albright for News Talk KZRG.
Pass the SAVE Act. Require voter ID. Missouri U.S. Senator Eric Schmidt says it's just common sense.
If you poll this issue, it's 80 plus. There aren't many issues that are like that, including among Democrats. 70 plus percent of Democrats believe you should actually have to show a photo ID to vote. It's about basic election security.
But Democratic leaders have already said this bill is dead on arrival. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310, 49 at 704, going on 705. News Talk KZRG.
Governor Mike Kehoe did have the authority to call last fall's special legislative session on Missouri's new congressional map, according to a Cole County judge.
The Missouri State Conference of the NAACP had filed suit, claiming that the September special election did not qualify as a, quote, extraordinary occasion as required by the state constitution. But Cole County Circuit Judge Christopher Limbaugh disagreed in a ruling issued Friday. The so-called Missouri First map redraws the state's congressional boundaries with the intent of enabling Republicans to hold 7 of the state's 8 seats in the U.S. House. Marshall Griffin, Missouri Net.
A $5 million fortune scratcher's ticket was purchased at Judy's Cafe and Truck Stop in Jasper, Missouri. It led to a Missouri lottery prize to uncover one of the game's $5 million top prizes. Wow. Now, this marks the second large win in Jasper County so far just this year. Last month, the player claimed a $777,777 prize on a scratcher's ticket purchased in Dunawig. Now with sports, here's Lucas Davis on News Talk KZRG.
In prep basketball, the Joplin boys beat Carthage 55-51. The Carthage girls beat Joplin 46-43. In the loss, Joplin's Alyssa Owen surpassed 1,000 career points in a 15-point effort. The Webb City boys beat Parkview 50-45. The Carl Junction boys beat McDonald County 84-42. The McDonald County girls beat Carl Junction 41-32. The New Heights boys beat Golden City 75-54. The Thomas Jefferson boys beat Verona 76-27. Jack Twist crossed the 1,000-point mark for the Cavs in that win with 20 points. And the Thomas Jefferson girls beat Verona 56-37. An Olympic medal count update. Norway has 31 total medals with 14 gold. Italy has 24 total with 9 gold. And the U.S. has 21 total with 6 gold. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. Lucas Davis, News Talk KZRG.
Your news, the service of Galena Liberty Pawn. Sell your unwanted gold and silver directly to the refiner for top dollar. They also sell gold and silver bullion. Galena Liberty Pawn, 708 South Main in Galena, Kansas. I'm Steve Scott.
I'm Lucas Davis.
Next news, 7:30, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk, KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here is your KZRG forecast. Much colder weather by the weekend. Still feeling like springtime today, 72. 68 tomorrow, Friday, sunny and near 50. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
Weather is the service of Buffalo Run Casino and Resort. Proud to welcome CMT Next Superstar winner Matt Mason to the Peoria Showplace Saturday, February 21st. Tickets for this 18 and up show are available now at BuffaloRun.com.
KZRG Storm Tracker radar showing no precipitation this morning. It's 52 in Neosho, 46 in Pittsburgh, 49 in Baxter Springs, 49 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time 7:08.
If you're thinking about retiring soon, be sure to tune in to Watts on Wealth with Barry Watts of the Wealth Care Corporation. It's Sunday mornings at 6 right here. Listen as Barry Watts discusses the latest trends and headlines that would impact your retirement. Make sure you're well informed before you retire. Once again, join Barry Watts of the Wealth Care Corporation every Sunday morning at 6 for Watts on Wealth. Advisory services are provided through Wealth Care Asset Management, LLC.
This month, Pure Talk is honoring Jackson and Lincoln by offering unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data for just $25 a month. Meanwhile, Big Wireless is honoring Ben Franklin by charging families hundreds of dollars for the same 5G coverage. What? Franklin wasn't even a president. Hang on to those Benjamins. Dial pound 250, say micro, and save 50% off your first month. That's pound 250, micro, to switch to an American wireless company that's truly unprecedented. Pure Talk.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Lucky Larry's Landscaping, Larry! Larry saved his business money with a quick commercial auto quote from Progressive. Does it help he's his own marketing manager, accountant, executive assistant, and never been late? Technically, yes. The edge. So, Larry, give Larry a round of applause. Be your own Larry. See if you could save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Hi, I'm Nurse Morgan at Oasis Medical in Joplin. If you've been thinking about Botox, filler, or collagen-stimulating treatments, here's the truth. The magic isn't in just one treatment. It's about how they work together. Neurotoxins soften lines and help you look more rested. Hyaluronic acid fillers restores natural volume and
Good morning, everybody. Lucas said something legitimately insightful, which is rare. What did you say?
I was on the internet yesterday on X, and I know, doom scrolling, which, by the way, we'll get into this later, but AI is making me doom scroll less and less, because anytime I see an AI video, I get mad and stop.
Stop. Good for you.
But, so I had an epiphany, though. Anytime someone online is apolitical, only one side of the aisle rips them a new one for being apolitical, and it's the left. Mm-hmm. Every single time. Like, if you see a celebrity say, I don't get into politics, only liberals will get on him and just rip that person a new one.
Yeah.
Never will you see a conservative do that. It's
News Talk KZRG 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310. Live from the Downstream Casino Resort Studio. From Studio 1Z. With the latest news, commentary, and weather. It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
7-Eleven. That's the KZRG News Time, and the best place to get a Slurpee/Icy, depending on what part of the country you're from. You could use one word or the other. Shameless plug for 7-Eleven. Ted Bajorquez.
Steve Scott or Celsius.
Lucas Davis.
It's going to be sunny today. At least that's the forecast. The high today is going to be 72.
Yeah.
Then it's going to cool down as the week progresses. The high tomorrow is going to be only 68. It's going to get even cooler, though, on Friday, 52 for the high.
Yeah, right in time for the weekend.
Saturday, 48 for the high with a chance of rain and snow showers before noon. Then on Sunday and Monday, sunny with a high of 45 both days. Tuesday, going to start warming back up with partly sunny with a high of 57. Now, right now, I'm looking out our KZRG window. It looks like the sun is actually trying to shine over the eastern horizon. We'll be talking with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith in just a matter of minutes.
Yeah. Off air, we were talking a little bit, and Lucas Davis, in a moment of true rarity.
Just clarity. Just a moment of clarity.
Clarity, rarity and clarity. Lucas had a very interesting insight. Lucas, care to share?
So I was doom scrolling Twitter yesterday, or X as it's now called, thanks to Elon. And I have noticed one thing. It was, I believe, Neil Patrick Harris, who I personally used to love.
The actor.
Yeah, still do. NPH. He came out and said that basically he doesn't talk about politics because he doesn't want to get involved in that whole spectrum, which I respect.
Mhm.
And he got absolutely flamed by the liberals. And I had an epiphany. Anytime I started looking up different apolitical statements, anytime you see someone go apolitical on social media, only one side of the aisle rips them a new one, and it's always the liberals.
Yeah.
They never can just, and what's amazing is that's the side of, quote, tolerance.
Right.
They never show any. It's insane.
Yeah, no, it's wild because they always go, you're not using your platform to do what I want you to do. Where's
Not speaking up about the issues.
Where's your Ukraine flag in the bio? I don't see it.
It's so sad. And it's like, I don't understand why liberals can't just not be awful all the time. Like, you know what, just be civil. Why can't you be civil? That's like us being a conservative radio show, and you know how the elections are coming up, say some liberal politician doesn't want to come on our radio show because we're right-leaning. Why would you can't, or torpedo or hurt your campaign?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or it'd be the same as like a right not going on a liberal, like an NPR type radio show. Why would you not want to get your voice to the other side?
Right.
That's the whole point of politics, is to try to get your voice heard to the other side.
Yeah.
Right now, we're in identity politics. We're only thing that it's just echo chambers. That's
Yeah.
all it is.
Well, and that's the other thing that I find really disingenuous is a lot of politicians, they always go, we need to break out of our echo chambers. We need to meet in the middle. We need to be reasonable. But then those very same politicians refuse to go on the other side's platforms, quote unquote. They refuse to speak with the other side. They and when they do, it's often very in a rather navel-gazy way.
That's why people would trash Thomas Massey for going on CNN. I'd applaud him for doing that.
Yeah.
Because they're going to go on there and try to get him to be a liberal.
Mm-hmm.
Dude's 91% voting as a Republican. Like, he's going to go on there and spout Republican talking points all across CNN. That's awesome. Regardless if it's whatever Trump wants him to say or not, it's still going to be a Republican talking point.
Yeah.
That's what you want from a Republican on CNN.
Yeah, and by the way, that goes both ways. When Tim Walz and Josh Shapiro, both Democrats, when they were on Fox News, I literally said out loud to myself, good for them.
Yeah.
Honestly, good for them, because how else are they going to get their message across?
Yep.
There's no other way, at least to the other side of the aisle, politically speaking. So anyway, what are your thoughts on all this? I thought it was a pretty interesting thing, the idea that anytime someone's apolitical, the only side that gets upset is the left.
Especially a celebrity, particularly.
Right, especially a celebrity. Yeah, there's no celebrity.
And God forbid a celebrity comes out as right-leaning or conservative or even libertarian.
Right.
They are, and then you just don't hear from them anymore.
Dude, Sydney Sweeney soft launched that she's somewhat conservative, and everyone got angry.
Because they found out that her parents vote Republican, so that automatically means she's a Republican, which, whatever.
I know. It was a little bit ridiculous. Whereas opposed to if a celebrity comes out as liberal, like conservatives
There's so many people out there like Vince Vaughn. I think he's more libertarian. He's a Ron Paul fan, but Mel Gibson, like a lot of these, Rob Schneider, like he's not as well known. Kevin Sorbo, like a lot of these Republican celebrities, I am proud of them for not going away. You know what I mean? Because it's easy
refusing
when you just
to
get
let
hammered
their voice
constantly online. Because I mean, by and large, social media is a liberal hellscape. Every social media, even X. I mean, there's
Truth
more.
Social, Lucas.
Oh, and if you
Gotta
get on
get
Reddit, Reddit is a liberal hell. Dude, I have gone through probably 16 or 17 Reddit accounts just getting banned for just going on and trolling liberals. It's so fun.
Lucas, I think you are chronically online.
I can't
think
come
we
up
need
with
an
enough email
intervention.
addresses to have a Reddit account.
I think
That's how
he's
bad
a
it's gotten.
trollaholic.
I think you are a trollaholic.
That's why I'm glad AI is a thing, because it's getting me off of social media. As soon as I see an AI video, I'm just like,
I'm out.
Real. I'm out of here.
Lucas is absolutely a trollaholic.
I need the authenticity.
I mean, cats don't actually dance like they show on the videos now.
That's the only ones I like is the cat Trump videos.
Those
Other
are
than
very
that,
funny.
it's just AI turns me on.
Or fat JD Vance. Those are funny. KZRG News Time just after 7:15. Well, last night was the big Joplin City Council vote. They voted on a couple of things, but really the two big items was to annex and rezone land that could become a data center. That meeting was about 3.5 hours long. News Talk KZRG. We were carrying it on our video live stream, not on our airwaves, but on our Facebook, YouTube pages, and on our website, newstalkkzrg.com. There was a few moments that it got pretty heated, but there was a very robust conversation, in my opinion, that took place. I was here all night running the board for it. I listened to the whole thing from start to finish. And there were more than 25 people, or there was about 24 people that spoke to the council directly regarding this issue. Oh, I mean, 99% of them spoke against the rezoning and annexation. Just reporting the news here, there was one person that very clearly spoke in favor of it, and that was the landowner of the property himself. And then his sister was also there, and she spoke a little bit about the family and all that.
Now, was this more or less people that spoke at the meeting before it that happened that lasted 6.5 hours or 7.5 hours?
I'm not sure. I don't want to give a number because I don't remember off the top of my head how many people spoke last month.
Okay.
Like the specific number. But there was a lot of people that spoke last month, and there was a lot of people that spoke just last night. Following the speaking portion from the public, after City Council heard what the public had to say, they then proceeded to have a dialogue amongst themselves publicly for everyone to hear. You know, they weren't, Ted is really good looking. They weren't whispering like that. They had the meeting publicly, but then they discussed and then they decided to vote 6-3 in favor of annexing the land. Following that, there was another public speaking engagement period where people came and had their voices heard. And then the city council spoke and debated amongst themselves publicly. And then they voted 7-2 in favor of rezoning that land. Now, a couple of things that I do want to note. There was a lot of concern about a Chinese Bitcoin mining factory moving onto the property. News Talk KZRG, we put out a 2-part podcast episode investigating how this system works, how the decision process worked with this annexation and rezoning land. One of the things we investigated and covered in that piece was claims that a Chinese Bitcoin mining factory is moving into Joplin. And what we found is that as of today, February 18th, 2026, there is no evidence that a Bitcoin mining factory is moving to town.
What even is that?
What is what?
Because Bitcoin's not tangible, so how do you mine it?
I don't know, but that's how Bitcoin has worked since the dawn of Bitcoin. I totally agree.
I don't understand the mining of cryptocurrency because they're non-tangible.
One of my friends in college was a total stoner, and he explained it to me.
Was he stoned?
He was stoned when he was explaining.
I mean, you'd have to be to deep dive into that.
And basically, he told me that Bitcoin is just a computer it's a formula. And there's a big complicated math formula that the computer solves. And what makes Bitcoin valuable is the solution to that formula. So by mining, what they're doing is using a lot of computing problem to invent a math problem and then solve that math problem. And then we trade the solution to the math problems that the computer did. That's how he explained it. I do not know if that's based in fact. This is a dude that smoked a lot of pot and explained it to me when I was 21 years old.
And based on your education in California, that really is above your pay grade.
Way above my pay grade.
Do you know what kind of an impact those even have on communities? Bitcoin mining? Do they have impact? What is it, just energy? They just consume energy?
They just consume a lot of energy, and then other than that, they consume, like, from my understanding, the computer components that go into solving it just get fried super quickly. So you know how when you have a computer, it gets old, it starts to run down and stuff?
Mhm.
It's like that, but like
you just gotta
15
arc rater
times.
it and just go out and just
they have to
cool
So they use a lot of
parts,
resources in building new computer chips that they just burn through like nobody's business.
Plus, they also have to use a lot of water in cases to cool the.
In some
computers.
cases,
In some cases,
some of the data centers use air cooling, because it's cheaper instead of having to filter water and pump water in. Some of them use air cooling, some of them use water cooling. It kind of depends on the company and on the thing. But the thing I do want to say under no uncertain terms is, as of right now, we did not find any evidence that a Chinese Bitcoin manufacturer is coming to town. Whether or not a data center goes on that land is yet to be seen. But if it does, there's no evidence that a Chinese Bitcoin factory will be the one. And people have been pointing out it's called the Abbott's Group. They're based out of Hong Kong. That's the one people are worried about, or Abits, some people are calling it. Basically, they filed with the state asking for like tax incentives to build there. The local community did not grant it. City of Joplin, we asked them. They said they did not grant Abbott's that grant. And from what we were able to find, the state didn't either. And the landowner has testified that the company approached him. They had one conversation, and he decided not to move forward with his private property with that company. That's what the claims are. That's what his claim is, that he met with them once, and he said no to them, basically. So that's where we're at with the Chinese Bitcoin manufacturing thing. There was a lot of talk about it at the city council meeting last night. I just wanted to clarify that. We did look into it, and that does not appear to be the case. That being said, if a Bitcoin, or if anything, wants to go there, on that land that has now been rezoned and annexed in Joplin for heavy industrial, there are about 14 studies that need to be conducted before they can even break ground. So there's still a process. They're not building tomorrow.
Yeah, we don't have any more. We don't have a fourth and fifth reading or anything, do we?
No,
It's
we're
final
locked
as
in.
of last night with the third reading.
Yeah. So details can be found at newstalkkzrg.com. Coming up next, a look at weekday weather with KZRG's meteorologist, Terry Smith. Good morning.
Here is your KZRG forecast. Soak up the sunshine, these spring temperatures today and tomorrow. Back to February by Friday. Sunny and 72 today. A mild night, mid-50s tonight. Tomorrow the winds start to pick up, still dry, 68 tomorrow. The cold air shows up tomorrow night. And Friday, it's sunny, only 50 in the afternoon. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
Zimmer Marketing is proud to partner with local businesses and encourage you to shop local first.
Whether you want to accentuate the flavor of your coffee and other beverages or delight in creating scrumptious desserts, Allied Restaurant Supply has Tarani syrups and sauces that'll make you say, oh yeah.
This is Daniel from Allied Restaurant Supply. Come see us at 1316 South Main in Joplin.
Local businesses are the backbone of our communities. Zimmer Marketing encourages you to shop local first.
3 blind mice turn to 30 blind mice. They eat all your food. They chew up your shoe. The cold makes them look for a warm place to hide. They won't go away no matter how hard you try. Call Bug Away to get them out of your life. Now there's 60 blind mice. Now there's 90 blind mice.
Hey, it's Doug and Rory from Bug Away Pest Control. Of course, we spend a lot of time on bugs, but we can help get rid of rodents too.
Cold weather leaves mice looking for a warm home for the winter.
Not only are rodents destructive, but they also carry a number of viruses and diseases.
At Bug Away Pest Control, we can be quick as a cat to get rid of your rodent problem.
Remember, if you don't see our logo, it's a no-go. There's only one place where you can get Doug and Rory's pest-free guarantee.
We do exactly what we say. We keep the bugs and rodents away.
Customer satisfaction is our #1 goal at Bug Away Pest Control.
Breathe in, breathe out. Cleanse yourself of negative energy. Listen closely for the sound of your ex's junk hitting the bottom of a Big John's roll-off dumpster.
Big John's.
Yeah, maybe it's a little petty, but if your ex has moved on, you should too. At Big John's Roll-Off Service, we call it therapeutic separation cleaning. Did your ex leave junk behind? Did they talk you into buying stuff that you never really wanted? With a roll-off from Big John's, you can experience the relief of throwing all of their junk away.
Hey, it's John.
And Claire from Big John's Roll-Off Service. We believe in the power of therapeutic separation cleaning.
We can drop off the right size roll-off to help you get the fresh start you need.
Text us at 417-540-0663 or go to BigJohnsRolloff.com and get your flat rate upfront price today.
When you've got big waste, you need Big John's.
Big on service, big on savings. Big John's.
Hey, it's Chris Plant. Be sure to tune in to FM 102.9, AM 1310 every weekday from 9 to 11 for breaking news, commentary, and politics. News Talk KZRG.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG. Steve Scott along with Ted Bojorquez and Lucas Davis. And joining us right now, live in living color, it's KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith. Good morning, Terry.
Hey, good morning to you guys.
I'm glad that color's living. It matches you perfectly.
Thank you very much.
Well, I've been looking at the KZRG studio windows, and we have this bright orange glow in the eastern skies that appears this morning.
Oh, isn't that nice? And maybe that bright orange glow will make for another very warm day. I'm just loving these above average temperatures. You know, I think something that we all need to remember is it's mid-February, and high temperatures in the afternoon usually are in the low 50s, and we've been kind of spoiled by all this mild weather. And it's going to continue again today and tomorrow, but eventually February has to make an appearance, and we definitely will see some cooler weather as we head into the weekend.
Yeah, I'm looking into the weekend. I even see on Saturday a chance of rain and snow showers before noon again.
Yes, it'll be interesting. I'm not confident yet that we're going to have sufficient moisture with this next front. It is a possibility, and right now I think it's a pretty low possibility. So Friday night, early Saturday, the temperatures would be cold enough that we might get a couple of snowflakes. I don't think that anything that falls is going to be of any great consequence, and it will be brief because I think by later in the day Saturday, not only are we dry, but the sunshine's showing up.
Now, looking at the forecast overall for the next few days, what do we have to enjoy over the next couple of days before we have the big cool down?
Okay, so we've got southwesterly winds, and that is going to help make for a rather warm day today, 72 this afternoon, and then 68 the high tomorrow. It's going to be a little breezy tomorrow ahead of the front. That front swings through sometime late tomorrow night, so it will be cooler. We'll see the temperatures tomorrow night dropping into the low 30s. And then Friday's a sunny day with highs around 50, and that's where we're supposed to be for this time of year. But I think it'll be even cooler over the weekend in the mid to upper 40s in the afternoon, Saturday and Sunday, but I expect a fair amount of sunshine both days.
KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith, thank you very much for joining us this morning.
My pleasure.
We'll talk to you again soon, Terry. That was meteorologist Terry Smith with that weather outlook. Hey, coming up after the news in about 10 minutes here at around 7:40, we are going to be joined by Alex Gandy, who's with MSSU. We're going to be talking to him about their upcoming career fair that you might want to know about and their Dress to Impress annual event. That's coming up in about 10 minutes. On FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG. Chris Plant joining us at 9, Clay Travis and Buck Sexton at 11, Sean Hannity at 2, and Mark Levin at 5. On News Talk KZRG. Good morning.
At 7:30, I'm Steve Scott.
I'm Lucas Davis.
Here's what's trending on News Talk KZRG. U.S.-Iran nuclear talks.
Russia-Iran drills.
Searching for Nancy. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG, topping out at 72 today. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith following sports. That'll be at 7:38. 54 in Neosho. It's 48 in Pittsburgh, 52 in Galena. It's 52 in Joplin. FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310. News Talk, KZRG. Nuclear talks between the U.S. and Iran taking place in Geneva, but Tehran is not accepting President Trump's red lines. Jackie Heinrich has more for News Talk, KZRG.
Both sides acknowledge that these talks are going to continue, but the vice president's most telling statement after all this was that the U.S. is dealing with a crazy regime in Iran, and that President Trump reserves the right to say when he thinks the natural course of diplomacy has reached its end.
We would very much like, as the president has said, to resolve this through a conversation and a diplomatic negotiation, but the president has all options on the table.
As negotiations resumed, Iran sent an implicit message carrying out military exercises in the Strait of Hormuz, and the Supreme Leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, also threatened to send a U.S. aircraft carrier to the bottom of the sea.
Iran and Russia have announced joint military drills.
The joint naval exercises will take place tomorrow in the Sea of Oman and the northern Indian Ocean, not far from some of the warships sent to the region by President Trump to put pressure on Iran. Talks between the US and Iran took place yesterday, with no deal yet on the Iranian nuclear program. An Iranian Navy commander says the goal of the joint drills is to help counter threats to maritime security and combat maritime terrorism. Yesterday, Iran temporarily shut the Strait of Hormuz, a key trade route, while it conducted live fire exercises. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
The Pima County Sheriff revealing the DNA discovered in the search for Nancy Guthrie did not have a DNA match in the major database. Brian Yennis tells News Talk KZRG. And computers are wonderful.
Is he going to tell us or not? The DNA found on that glove some 2 miles away from Nancy Guthrie's home of an unknown male, and the DNA sample of an unknown person found inside of Guthrie's home did not match one another and did not deliver a match in the FBI's national database. They are now further analyzing that DNA, including mixed DNA found at the home.
The DNA on the glove that was found 2 miles away was submitted for CODIS. And I just heard that CODIS had no hits.
The next step includes forensic genetic genealogy, investigative genetic genealogy, in which investigators take the DNA data that they have and they upload it into kind of public genetic databases.
It is sunny. It's 52 now at 7:33. News Talk KZRG.
After a 3.5-hour meeting, the Joplin City Council voted to annex and rezone land that could become a data center. During the meeting, the City Council held an open discussion regarding the situation, at which point Mayor Pro Tem Josh Tatar was heckled.
I'd like to remind the minutes of the planning and zoning meeting where the landowner said that this is...
Are we just talking? Natasha, are we just talking now to jump up and talk and interrupt? Because we're having a discussion up here. We're not asking for comment.
You're misleading the people.
No, I'm asking questions.
You're lying to the people.
Okay. Asking questions is lying. We can, guys, asking questions is what you want, and now we're asking questions. I'm not looking for it. I apologize, Mayor.
A plea deal has been made with a man accused in a 2024 shooting.
Defendant Trent Cobb entered a plea of guilty to a charge of assault in the first degree. It was all part of a plea agreement. The Jasper County Prosecuting Attorney's Office says it's in relation to a shooting in April of 2024 of a man outside Discount Liquor at 1817 South Main. The victim was shot in the abdomen but survived. Cobb was located out of state several months later. The plea agreement for him caps his sentence at 15 years. Sentencing is scheduled for April 14th. Steve Smith, News Talk KZRG.
If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. Sunshine 52 at 7:35. News Talk KZRG.
Republican members of Missouri's congressional delegation are fuming over the partial government shutdown of the Department of Homeland Security. West Central Missouri Congressman Mark Alford says his latest podcast that shutting down all of Homeland Security is just to punish ICE is wrong.
The bad news is that this Democrat shutdown is going to have a lot of impacts on your security, air travel, and much more. And that's why I think this is so foolish for the Democrats to do this, but they've done it anyway.
Alford also accused Democrats of creating chaos in order to retake control of Congress during the 2026 midterm elections. Democrats objected to funding Homeland Security after ICE officers shot and killed 2 protesters in Minnesota last month.
Today, many Christians will mark the start of Lent.
Ash Wednesday is being observed today with a day of fasting and reflection that begins the start of Lent. Many Catholics will attend a church service and receive ashes in the shape of a cross on their forehead. Some Protestants, like those in Episcopal, Lutheran, or other congregations, also mark the day. In recent years, there's been an uptick in churches that offer ashes to go in parking lots, airport chapels, and commuter rail stations, with clergy offering ashes to busy workers and others who might want to participate in the ritual but don't have time to get to a church. Lent lasts for 40 days, minus the Sundays, and leads up to Easter observances. Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
Now with sports, here's Lucas Davis on News Talk KZRG.
In prep basketball, the Joplin boys beat Carthage 55-51. The Carthage girls beat Joplin 46-43. In the loss, Joplin's Alyssa Owen surpassed 1,000 career points in a 15-point effort. The Webb City boys beat Parkview 50-45. The Carl Junction boys beat McDonald County 84-42. The McDonald County girls beat Carl Junction 41-32. The New Heights boys beat Golden City 75-54. The Thomas Jefferson boys beat Verona 76-27. Jack Twist crossed the 1,000-point mark for the Cavs in that win with 20 points. And the Thomas Jefferson girls beat Verona 56-37. An Olympic medal count update. Norway has 31 total medals with 14 gold. Italy has 24 total with 9 gold. And the U.S. has 21 total with 6 gold. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. Lucas Davis, News Talk KZRG.
Your news, the service of Galena and Liberty Pond. Sell your unwanted gold and silver directly to the refiner for top dollar. Now they also sell gold and silver bullion. Galena and Liberty Pond, 708 South Main in Galena, Kansas. I'm Steve Scott.
I'm Lucas Davis.
Next news at 8 o'clock, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here is your KZRG forecast. Soak up the sunshine, the spring temperatures today and tomorrow. Back to February by Friday. Sunny and 72 today. A mild night, mid-50s tonight. Tomorrow the winds start to pick up, still dry, 68 tomorrow. The cold air shows up tomorrow night. And Friday, it's sunny, only 50 in the afternoon. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
Clean sweep on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar this morning. 54 in Neosho, 46 now in Pittsburgh, 52 in Webb City. It's 52 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time, 7:39.
Hi, this is Ron, the Chief Carpetologist from Tyler's Carpet in Neosho. Every year, as we jump joyfully from January, we find February frosty. We face the fact that February is frequently frigid and fur is fashionable. At Tyler's Carpet, we foresee a future where feet freely frolic on fabulous flooring in February. Families finding flooring to fit their fancy. Folks feeling fuzzy from phenomenal first-rate flooring found for a fair price. By now, you're probably thinking, gee, this guy is goofy, but of good reputation. We should get rid of our gaudy, grungy carpet, go get a glimpse of his goods before the geese go north. Great. I'll greet you with a grin and graciously give you guidance, to give you gorgeous floor covering guaranteed to give you goosebumps. Heck, having heard how happy I am to help, I hope you'll hurry to historic Neosho, where we have helped hundreds of hopeful hims and hers have a happier home. I know how, because I've done my homework. I'm the Chief Carpetologist.
Tyler's Carpet in Neosho.
See their added names and numbers.
Daniel, the phones are blowing up again, and this winter storm's got everyone's electricity acting wild.
How wild?
Customer number 1 said their house is having mood swings worse than teenagers without Wi-Fi.
Ooh, that's serious. No Wi-Fi? That's end-of-the-world stuff right there.
I told them we can fix the flickering and install a generator so they never lose power again.
That's right. When in doubt, just iPocket.
Okay, customer number 2 says their cousin told them to tap the breaker with a spoon.
A spoon? Why is it always a spoon?
Exactly what I said. I told them, put it down and step away slowly.
That's right. Friends don't let friends spoon their electrical panel.
And then customer number 3 says their generator only starts when her husband goes outside and performs what she calls the snowstorm shuffle.
If your generator requires interpretive dance to function, it's time to iPocket with iPoc Electric and Solar. We're ready to be your winter storm electrical team. Stay warm, stay safe with iPoc Electric. Start today at iPocElectric.com.
Does your daily life leave you thirsty for more? Does your wallet screech in pain when you attempt to quench that thirst? Professor Pennypincher here, reminding you to make this the year that you live your best life for the best price, thanks to the Zimmer Coffee Card and the Show Me State Beer Card. Each offer your favorite drinks for just $1 from area shops, bars, and restaurants. With a Zimmer Coffee Card, your morning mocha or afternoon pick-me-up latte is no burden at all. With your Zimmer Coffee Card, your specialty coffees are only $1 from 19 participating area coffee shops. And with the Show Me State Beer Card, you can get 2 beers for just $1 each from 23 area watering holes. Each card is only $20 and on sale now. Grab both at newstalkkzrg.com. Quench your thirst, live your best life, and save money with the Zimmer Coffee Card and the Show Me State Beer Card. Buy yours now for only $20 each at newstalkkzrg.com.
My name is Brandy. I am the lead assistant for Team Dental of Joplin, and this is Hadley. She is one of my favorite patients here at Team Dental of Joplin. Hadley, what do you want to be when you grow up?
The answer to that question is a dentist.
What made you decide you want to be a dentist?
Just seeing how they work and how nice and fun it is. They always are introducing new staff members to me and telling them all about how I want to be a dentist when I grow up and how Dr. Lemus is super funny. They like the Chiefs, so probably if you like the Chiefs, you should probably go there.
Absolutely. Hadley is the model patient at Team Dental of Joplin. She always does a great job when we have her in the chair.
I'm Dr. Lemus from Team Dental of Joplin. Welcome to the neighborhood practice for your whole family. Learn more at teamdentalofjoplin.com.
Team Dental of Joplin, your neighborhood practice for your whole family.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Catch my show every weekday. It all starts at 2 for honest news, truthful news on News Talk, KZRG. Depend on it.
From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk, KZRG.
7:43. That's the KZRG News Time. It's FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310. News Talk, KZRG. Beautiful day in the 4 states. Ted Bajorquez.
And Steve Scott.
And joining us live this morning is the one, the only, Alex Gandy with MSSU.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Thanks for being here. Now, Alex, you're a very sharply dressed individual, and I feel like a schmuck in your presence.
That's not true. Not true, man.
So I apologize for my
whatever.
schmuckiness, but I am very thankful for you being here today. I want to hit on a couple of things with you this morning.
Yeah.
With MSSU, the big one, Dress to Impress. Tell us about it.
The big event, it's next Wednesday. So for those of you who may not know, Dress to Impress, it's like a pop-up department store at Missouri Southern where we collect clothing from the community, professional clothing, and then we give that away to students. And we served over 400 students in one single day last year. And so, man, we are hoping for still more donations even as of right now. So, hey, clean out those closets this weekend. Go through those professional clothes like blazers, shirts, blouses, dresses, shoes, accessories, you name it, what you would want to wear to an interview, and donate those clothes.
400 kids in one day, Alex?
400 students in one day. Like one of the things that a lot of people are probably, I think, familiar with, like 50% of Missouri Southern students are first-generation college students. Like they're hardworking kids, right, coming from hardworking families. And so as they prepare to enter their careers, whether that's a job shadow, a job interview, an internship, or their big boy or big girl job after they graduate, they need some clothes. And we have struck a chord, and students love it.
Mm-hmm. So it's really, really cool. And the idea is students can go and they get these free, lightly used business clothes.
Yes, so they can come anytime from 9 a.m. to 4 o'clock on next Wednesday, the 25th.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll have volunteers on hand. And so, hey, even if you wanted to be someone who, hey, how could I help with Dress to Impress? They can come on next Monday and Tuesday, help me sort and organize all those clothes by size and by gender and by style. Or on that Wednesday, you can come and even help mentor and coach students. And so they come and, man, they will walk out, and they're all free. We don't charge these students for any of these clothes because we just want to give them an encouragement and a hand up towards not only their career, but they just gain so much confidence walking out with some really, really nice clothes. And they're shocked that they're getting those for free. And just so thanks to the 4-state community for constantly supporting this event.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. It's Alex Gandy with MSSU here on KZRG. We're talking about the upcoming Dress to Impress event, and I think that's basic psychology that we've all felt in our lives. This idea of look good, feel good, play good.
Yeah, man. I mean, that cliche is so true, especially in candidating for a job, right? Mm-hmm. When we walk into a job interview, like we want to portray professionalism, we want to portray credibility, and that kind of starts with how we portray what we're wearing. And we all get to do that within our own personal style. And that's why Dress to Impress is great, because it's like this melting pot of a wide variety of donations. Mm-hmm. And we have a bunch of different students who come, and they get to find something that matches their style, but also it helps them envision what they're going to look like on the job. Right. And so we have students walk out, and like the smiles on their faces and the gratitude in which they portray, it's such a philanthropic event. It's a feel-good event. And we are so thankful for the 4-state community for supporting. But hey, we need more clothes, and we need more volunteers.
Yeah, exactly. So if people want to donate or if they want to volunteer, where do they go?
So they can go to our website, mssu.edu/career, or just give like MSSU Dress to Impress a Google, and you'll find our webpage. On that webpage, it tells you how to donate, where to donate, so you can donate your clothes. You bring those directly to Missouri Southern, and if you give us a call at 417-625-9343, we'll even come out to your car and pick out your clothes for you from your trunk. There's also some links for some sign-up forms if you want to volunteer.
Yeah, that's awesome. And, you know, it's interesting, too, the volunteer aspect of all this, to me, is very fascinating. This idea of people that are adults that have been in whatever business, professional industry, kind of mentoring these younger minds. I think mentorship is a very underlooked at and extremely important aspect for young entrepreneurs, for young business leaders.
You are so right, and you've really hit on kind of I would say the behind-the-scenes portion of Dress to Impress, because students are making those connections, but maybe you're an accountant, or you're a construction manager, or you are a manufacturing project coordinator, and you're in the community and you want to kind of shepherd and connect and mentor that next generation. Dress to Impress is a really first great connection. Last year, we had a local accountant in town who volunteered, and they made a connection with an accounting student at Dress to Impress, and now that student is an intern. But in that opportunity, students don't necessarily know what they should be wearing, right, on a day-to-day basis. And so it's a really helpful opportunity to say, hey, you know what? Monday through Thursday, we're kind of business formal, and on Fridays, we're business casual. But that mentorship and coaching opportunity is often overlooked, especially for wardrobe, right? Like sometimes there's those underlying just assumptions that students are going to know what they need to do. But Dress to Impress is a really good first step in coaching them.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so naturally you go from a first step, Dress to Impress at MSSU, to a next step, career fair.
Absolutely, man. That's the next step. Yeah, let's jump into the deep end, right?
Yeah.
Like this is, now you kind of put your money where your mouth is. Like, hey, I got the wardrobe, I got the clothes, but now I need to connect with those employers. And so on Wednesday, March 11th, Missouri Southern will host our annual spring career fair. And that's where we'll have about 88 employers. And with that, those employers are there to recruit students who are, and again, whether you are a student or you're an alumni here listening today, you're welcome to come. We want alumni to come back, whether you're in a recruiting stage and you're a business owner or you're a manager needing to recruit at Missouri Southern, we still have a few spots open. Or if you're an alumni of Missouri Southern and you're looking for a job, come back to Missouri Southern. Let us help you get connected with an employer.
Yeah. It's Alex Gandy with MSSU here on News Talk KZRG talking about their upcoming career fair. Now, for people that either young minds or are an employer that have never been to a career fair, never been on that side of it, walk us through. What are some of the perks of it? What is that experience like?
Man, what's really nice about the spring career fair, or just career fairs in general that Missouri Southern hosts, is that it's an intimate opportunity to get connected with students, right? Like Missouri Southern is not a large D1 school. And so when we have our 80 to 100 employers attend our spring career fair, we're seeing students and employers have in-depth conversations, right? It's not just a passerby in a transactional environment, but you set up a table, you bring any promotional displays that you so desire. We have backdrops, we have tents, we have pop-up banners, we have plenty of giveaways, but then students come in hoping to engage and converse with a wide variety of employers, because what's nice is, as an employer, you may be looking for a project manager, or you may be looking for an admin position or a specialist type position. But as those students walk by, getting to know them and identifying, hey, you have the skill sets that I'm looking for. Even if you have a degree that wasn't on the top of your mind as far as recruiting, whether that's managerial or marketing or industrial engineering or anything in between, I really like your skill sets and I really like your personality. Let's continue this conversation through an interview. And so it starts to build those foundational connections of recruitment, right? When we talk about employer recruitment, you got to fill the funnel at the top, so that when you get to the very bottom of that funnel, you find the perfect candidate. And that's what the Spring Career Fair starts. It's the introduction of that recruiting cycle to also build top-of-mind awareness. Yeah. With a lot of our local employers, we work with a lot of small to mid-sized companies. And with those, they have a challenging time building brand awareness. They're not one of the bigger brands, right? But that's what the Spring Career Fair is for. We want to equip those employers with that top-of-mind awareness and build relationships with Missouri Southern students, as well as faculty, because all of our instructors and faculty show up too.
Yeah, and that's the other cool thing, Alex Gandy with MSSU here on KZRG, talking to us about MSSU's upcoming career fair, is on both sides of the hiring, whether you're looking to get hired or you're looking to hire. the online, system is starting to get very AI-y, and it starts filtering out resumes that would actually be great, but it just doesn't have quite that keyword that it was supposed to. And so this face-to-face engagement that a career fair has to offer, I feel like is super, super important and valuable to both sides of the hiring process.
Man, you're exactly right. Like AI has there's pros and cons to AI, right? For both employers to work quicker and more efficiently, but then there are also candidates who are getting filtered out. And what
unfairly so.
Absolutely. And so what we see is that a in-person recruiting event is complementary to that employer's recruiting cycle or recruiting process. We don't want those candidates who apply for those jobs to get filtered out based upon some type of algorithm that is maybe only looking for specific keywords and phrases when, man, that student's competencies and skills and personalities would really align with that organization. And so this gives employers an opportunity face-to-face to connect with those students, to even ask them on-the-fly questions, whether that's about competencies or skills or experiences, and start to really look outside the algorithm, to look outside those online applications or the online interface that can be so impersonal, and get to know a student pretty quick. And what we see is that employers, within that first 2 to 3 minute introduction, they are already starting to, those wheels are turning. Like, hey, I really like this candidate. I need to get them in my applicant tracking system, my online portal, but I'm going to flag them as soon as I get that application so that I can get them an interview.
Nice. It's Alex Gandy with MSSU here on News Talk KZRG. Alex, if people want to learn more about either Dress to Impress or about the upcoming MSSU Career Fair, where can they go?
Yeah, thank you so much for asking. They just need to go to our website, mssu.edu/career. And there they'll see whether you're an employer. We have a whole page about employer resources and employer events. Whether you want to create a customized recruiting event that's just you or attend the spring career fair. Or if you're a student, you can go to that same webpage and find all the dates and times for all of our events that are just for you.
Alex Gandy with MSSU. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much, guys.
We'll be talking to you again soon, Alex. Coming up next, your chance to win a complimentary taco, free chips and salsa from the award-winning Ghetto Tacos on News Talk KZRG. Good morning.
Here is your KZRG forecast. Soak up the sunshine, the spring temperatures today and tomorrow. Back to February by Friday. Sunny and 72 today. A mild night, mid-50s tonight. Tomorrow the winds start to pick up. Still dry, 68 tomorrow. The cold air shows up tomorrow night. And Friday, it's sunny, only 50 in the afternoon. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
Gingrich Structures builds agricultural, commercial, and residential post-frame buildings designed to meet your needs. All built with superior craftsmanship and attention to every detail, from planning to completion. Your local Gingrich Pro will guide you every step of the way, helping you create a custom post-frame building you can count on for years to come. Visit GingrichStructures.com to connect with your local Gingrich Pro and ask about the industry's only 5-year workmanship warranty. That's GingerICHStructures.com.
Hinkle's Ace Hardware, they've got what you need there.
Whoa, easy there, killer. Is that neon salmon with the side of 1970s lime? Your walls aren't just dated, they are crying for help. It's time to neutralize the situation at Hinkle's Ace Hardware. We've got the on-trend palettes that'll turn your fixer-upper into fixed it. Grab the designer-approved colors you see on TV, like the Benjamin Moore favorites used by Dave and Jenny Mars on Fixer to Fabulous, or the iconic Magnolia Home line from Fixer Upper. This is quality stuff, folks. We're talking fewer coats, less mess, and low-odor formulas that won't clear out the house. These coatings are built to last with stain resistance tough enough to handle a scrubbing from a busy household. Save time, save money, and finally stop squinting at those walls. Visit Hinkle's Ace Hardware in Webb City or our location just around the corner from Freeman Hospital in Joplin. Hinkle's Ace Hardware for people with ugly rooms.
Neighbors helping neighbors, Hinkle's Ace Hardware Store.
I have a membership for clothes and still wear the same stuff every day. I have a gym membership, never use it, but I'm pretty much locked into it for the whole year. But there is one that I actually use and I can cancel whenever I want.
There's no such thing.
It doesn't exist.
Prove it. It's my Hurricane Car Wash membership.
Keep your ride spotless or cancel anytime with an unlimited wash Hurricane Car Wash membership. Get daily washes in the soft touch or touch-free bays 24/7 at all 3 of their locations. 2 in Carthage, and 1 in Webb City. Hurricane knows you'll love the convenience of your membership and the look of a clean car year-round, but if you ever need to take a break, you can cancel anytime. You're never locked into your membership, so get the membership you will actually use, that you'll see the results, and you can cancel anytime. Download the Touch 4 Wash app today or find out more at hurricanecarwash.net. When the only thing strong enough to fight the dirt is a hurricane. Hurricane Car Wash.
Join me, Buck Sexton, and our good friend Clay Travis every weekday starting at 11 on FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310. News Talk KZRG.
It's the KZRG Morning Challenge.
Your chance to win a complimentary taco, free chips and salsa from the award-winning Ghetto Tacos.
To win it, be the first on the phone with the correct answer to the question at 417-782-1310, 417-782-1310. Ted, what's the question?
Well, it was President's Day on Monday, and the Joplin Convention and Visitors Bureau Director, Patrick Tuttle, shout out to Pete Tuttle, gave us a bunch of President's Day themed questions, and
Really?
I wanted to use all of them because they were all good, so we're sticking with the theme for the week.
What's the next one?
Today's question is, who was the last president to have been born in a U.S. territory? Excuse me, who was the last presidential candidate to have been born in a U.S. territory? 417-782-1310. Who was the last U.S. presidential candidate to be born in a U.S. territory? Now, I don't ever say this, but no shame in Googling this one, because I mean, there's no way, unless you are truly a whiz of history in the United States. I don't know how you could possibly get this. Who was the last United States presidential candidate to be born in a U.S. territory? 417-782-1310. News Talk KZRG, what is your guess?
Obama.
Oh, very funny. No, not Obama. News Talk KZRG, what you got for us?
My guess, Dewey.
Dewey, great guess, but no, not Dewey. I'll give you a hint. His first name is Barry. Who was the last U.S. presidential candidate to have been born in a U.S. territory? 417-782-1310. This is a tough one, I know. News Talk KZRG, what is your guess?
Barry Goldwater.
Oh, that's exactly right. Barry Morris Goldwater. Who do we have here?
Chrissy Walsh.
Hey, what's your favorite radio station?
KZRG.
I'll love to hear it. Now, answer honestly, did you Google it? No shame.
No, my husband knew it.
No? Okay,
Wow.
No kidding. Did he Google it?
No, I
Wow.
have the phone.
Oh!
He probably funneled it to Google, so they know it.
But he knew it after you said Barry for the first name.
Oh, all right. Look at that. My hints are helpful. Hey, don't go anywhere. We'll be with you in just a second here. Stay on the line for us if you don't mind. Yeah, Barry Morris Goldwater was born in the Arizona Territory in 1909. Arizona became a state in 1912.
And he was in 1964.
Talk and severe weather station. KZRG, KIXQ HD2, Joplin. A free service of Zimmer Marketing. It's 8 o'clock.
Are they buried alive in the snow? I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That is the big question the morning after an avalanche near Lake Tahoe, California.
Those 9 backcountry skiers have been missing for more than 17 hours in just about the worst weather conditions you can imagine.
Fox's Claudia Cowan monitoring the search.
6 other people were rescued. The Nevada County Sheriff posting on Facebook, quote, due to extreme weather conditions, it took several hours for rescue personnel to safely reach the skiers and transport them to safety where they were medically evaluated by Truckee Fire. 2 of the 6 skiers have been transported to a hospital for treatment.
There is still no named suspect on day 18 of the search for Nancy Guthrie.
The Pima County Sheriff and the FBI are going to be analyzing more DNA after testing revealed that the DNA found on the glove 2 miles from Nancy Guthrie's home belonging to an unknown male and the DNA found inside of the Guthrie home belonging to an unknown individual are 2 different people, and neither of those DNA samples produced a match in the FBI FBI's national database.
Fox's Brian Yennis in Tucson, Arizona. There was a new round of Russia-Ukraine talks this morning, brokered by the U.S. in Geneva, though both sides called them difficult, in a dispute over who gets what territory if there is a deal to stop their war. Now, this is the day after the same American negotiators held indirect talks with Iran in Geneva. Vice President Vance tells Fox Iran has to make a nuclear deal.
It's one of the most hostile and also one of the most irrational regimes in the world. You can't have people like that have the most dangerous weapon known to man.
Tomorrow, Russia and Iran are planning a show of force. Joint military drills in the Sea of Oman with American warships in the region. At the Winter Olympics, the U.S. got a snowboarding bronze today and won silver in men's team cross country in a race won by Norway, giving Johannes Husflot Kleibo his 10th career gold medal, more than any Winter Olympian ever. America's listening to Fox News.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG, we're heading for a high of 72. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith following sports. That'll be at 8:08. Sunshine, it's 50 in Neosho, 43 in Pittsburgh, 49 in Galena, 49 in Joplin. AM 1310, FM 102.9, 105.9. News Talk, KZRG. After a 3.5-hour meeting, the Joplin City Council voted 6-3 in favor of annexing and 7-2 in favor of rezoning land that could become a data center. During the public speaking portion of the night, the landowner himself, Jimmer Penuev, spoke to the council where he was interrupted by the audience.
Obviously, we went through this same rigmarole last time. A lot of misstatements made, incredible number of false, misleading, and erroneous. And I don't want to claim that somebody might be lying. A lot of them were wrong.
SNAP benefits have officially changed in the state of Oklahoma.
No more candy and or soft drinks can be bought using the SNAP EBT payments in the Sooner State. That means no chocolate bars, gummies, taffy, chewing gum, or any sort of sugary sweets, and also means no pop, tea, Gatorade, flavored water, or juice drink containing less than 100% juice. Governor Kevin Stitt has said in the past that tax dollars are not going to keep funding foods that are making people sick and unhealthy. Similar changes going to take effect in Missouri in October. I'm Ty Albright for News Talk KZRG.
Pass the SAVE Act. Require voter ID. Missouri U.S. Senator Eric Schmidt says it's just common sense.
If you poll this issue, it's 80 plus. There aren't many issues that are like that, including among Democrats. 70 plus percent of Democrats believe you should actually have to show a photo ID to vote. It's about basic election security.
But Democratic leaders have already said this bill is dead on arrival. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. Sunshine 49. It's 8:04. News Talk, KZRG.
Are aliens among us? Southwest Missouri Congressman Eric Burleson is demanding answers.
Reportedly, an object that is not in this country that is so large it cannot be moved, that they've built an entire building around it. And that's one of the locations that I'm requesting to get to. It's going to involve a lot to make that happen, but that may be the final destination.
Burleson says he's been trying to get access, but the red tape runs deep.
Well, Missouri is one step closer to regulating gas station slot machines.
The State House of Representatives has given initial approval to Dixon Representative Bill Hardwick's proposal that would replace the current machines with state-regulated ones. The unregulated video slot machines are often found in Missouri gas stations, bars, private clubs, and restaurants. One more House vote in favor would send the proposal to the Missouri Senate for more work. From the Missouri Capitol, Elisa Nelson, Missouri Net.
Now with sports, here's Lucas Davis on News Talk, KZRG.
In prep basketball, the Joplin boys beat Carthage 55-51. The Carthage girls beat Joplin 46-43. In the loss, Joplin's Alyssa Owen surpassed 1,000 career points in a 15-point effort. The Webb City boys beat Parkview 50-45. The Carl Junction boys beat McDonald County 84-42. The McDonald County girls beat Carl Junction 41-32. The New Heights boys beat Golden City 75-54. The Thomas Jefferson boys beat Verona 76-27. Jack Twist crossed the 1,000-point mark for the Cavs in that win with 20 points. And the Thomas Jefferson girls beat Verona 56-37. An Olympic medal count update. Norway has 31 total medals with 14 gold. Italy has 24 total with 9 gold, and the U.S. has 21 total with 6 gold. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. Lucas Davis, News Talk KZRG.
Your news, a service of Galena Liberty Pawn. Sell your unwanted gold and silver directly to the refiner for top dollar. They also sell gold and silver bullion. Galena Liberty Pawn at 708 South Main in Galena, Kansas. I'm Steve Scott.
I'm Lucas Davis.
Next news at 8:30, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here is your KZRG forecast. Much colder weather by the weekend. Still feeling like springtime today, 72. 68 tomorrow, Friday, sunny and near 50. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
Weather is the service of Buffalo Run Casino and Resort. Proud to welcome CMT next superstar winner Matt Mason to the Peoria Showplace Saturday, February 21st. Tickets for this 18 and up show are available now at BuffaloRun.com.
No precipitation showing this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. It's 50 in Neosho, 43 in Pittsburgh, 49 in Columbus, 49 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time now, 8:08.
Planning to store your RV this fall and winter? Don't let it sit and cost you money. Let Cola RV Consignment help you sell it fast. With Cola, there's no hassle. Their skilled team handles marketing, nationwide exposure, all paperwork, and they've got the largest used inventory in the Midwest. Let Cola RV put your RV in front of eager buyers today. Visit Cola RV in Carthage and turn your RV into cash before the snow falls. Don't store it, sell it with Cola. Cola RV, where buying or selling your RV is as easy as can be.
This month, Pure Talk is honoring Jackson and Lincoln by offering unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data for just $25 a month. Meanwhile, Big Wireless is honoring Ben Franklin by charging families hundreds of dollars for the same 5G coverage. What? Franklin wasn't even a president. Hang on to those Benjamins. Dial pound 250, say micro, and save 50% off your first month. That's pound 250, micro, to switch to an American wireless company that's truly unprecedented. Pure Talk.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Lucky Larry's Landscaping, Larry! Larry saved his business money with a quick commercial auto quote from Progressive. Does it help he's his own marketing manager, accountant, executive assistant, and never been late? Technically, yes, but saving really put him over the edge. So, Larry, give Larry a round of applause. Be your own Larry. See if you could save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Are you a fraud-paying American? 1 in 4 tax-paying Americans have been victim of identity fraud. With LifeLock, your identity, if it's stolen, they fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. And last year, billions in refunds were stolen. Could be from your salary, overtime, or second job. Gone. But this year, you don't need to stay a victim. Because this tax season, fraud-paying American is something no American should have to claim. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms do apply.
There's no championship league for small business owners, but if there was, you'd be at the top of the standings. Because going pro with Lenovo Pro means you've got the winning formation, one-on-one advice, IT solutions, and customized hardware powered by Intel Core Ultra processors help you stay ahead of the competition. Business goes pro with Lenovo Pro. Sign up for free at lenovo.com/pro.
Lenovo.
News, weather, politics. Live from the Downstream Casino Resort Studio. News Talk KZRG. Depend on it. From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
8:10, that's the KZRG News Time. Ted Bojorquez.
And Steve Scott.
News Talk KZRG. Joining us live this morning is Missouri State Highway Patrol's Corporal Sam Carpenter. Corporal, thank you for being here today.
Absolutely. Good morning.
Now, we had you in because we had the Joplin Police Department in. I tried to goat them into tasing Steve, and they refused, so I'm hoping you might be able to help us out with that.
I don't even have one with me.
Dang it.
Well, thank goodness I'm not going to be shocked.
Yeah, right.
You got lucky, Steve.
Yeah.
No, Corporal, you're jokes aside, you're here. I wanted to talk to you about a couple of things. The first thing I wanted to start off with is, it's a new year. We're a month and a half in so far. How are we doing so far on Missouri highways? Are we relatively safe?
Yeah,
broadly?
so far we're very safe. Hopefully that's a combination of good work done by our folks and the citizens, paying a little bit better attention to get the year started. We're significantly down on our fatalities so far this year, like over 30% from where we were last year. So
wow,
that's a big number. So we'd like to see that trend keep going. It'll make for a good year for everybody.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Speaking of making for a good year, Missouri State Highway Patrol's Corporal Sam Carpenter here on News Talk KZRG. We've been seeing these reports. We've talked to you on the show before. There's been references to perhaps the trooper count might be a little on the low end. How are we doing in terms of trooper count?
Well, we are a little bit short with the patrol. I can't speak for other agencies, but I think it's being felt across the board. Last count, I knew we were about 150 troopers statewide short, which is a pretty big number for us. So, we're doing our best. We're getting our recruiters out there to job fairs and trying to let people see what we've got to offer. And our numbers have started to pick up. We went through several years there where law enforcement wasn't necessarily the career people we're looking for, and we're trying to change that back to the days like when I joined. You stood in the long line to get this uniform, so that's what we're going to try to get back to that, and I think we're doing a good job. We're on the right track.
Yeah. So what are some of the perks if somebody's listening right now and have been interested in something like this, might want to pursue it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm biased. I think we're the best law enforcement agency in the nation, and we try to act that way. It just depends, if it's what you want to do in life. If you're looking for a career that's in the service of others, and it's rewarding and fulfilling, and you spend all day. Yeah, I mean, maybe some people aren't happy with what you're doing, but you're just trying to keep people safe. That's your main job, is keep the people that travel through this state safe. It's a great fit. You're kind of your own boss. We give you your own car. That's your office. You drive around. It's a good job. And, we spend a lot of time. It takes a long time to get this job. However, once you get it, it's pretty rewarding. We've made a lot of steps towards fixing pay issues, making it to where you get to the top of your pay grade faster. Our new staff in Jefferson City's, like the governor says, go at business speed. Our new colonel adopts that as well, and we're really making strides. We've started doing a lot of things that we didn't in the past, and it's making it a better environment for people. So I would encourage, you can go out. We're starting to do a video series, kind of peeking behind the curtain of our academy on Facebook. If you go to the Highway Patrol's Facebook page, you can see some of that. They just started doing that. If you want an idea of what it's going to be like to be a recruit, and I know I'm talking long here, so I can let you get back to it, but we offer a lot of ways to get college credit through our academy too. So
yeah. And by the way, Corporal, people are tired of hearing me speak, so your voice is a breath of fresh air, I assure you. Take all the time you need, sir.
Yeah. Well, so like if you apply now, you'll be applying for our 127th academy class, which will start next January. Mm-hmm. Our application process is pretty intense. Takes usually about 10 months to apply.
Really? And why is that? What goes behind that process?
Well, it's a very intensive background investigation that's done by a trooper. Psychological evals, physical evals, mental health checks. We do. I mean, it's really intense because we want to make sure at the end of the process that we've got somebody that not only wants to be here but deserves to be here and has what it takes to be a state trooper. So we put a lot of time and effort into that. But again, like I said, once you get accepted and get to the academy, hopefully you've set yourself up for success. Mm-hmm. We have a lot of people that get there and realize that they didn't quite prepare the right way, even though we try to give them all the tools they need to. And we have quite a few, we have people quit But we try to avoid that because once you take up a spot and you quit, that spot just sits empty. So that's why we encourage people to go to Facebook and look at that. If you go to a job fair, our recruiters now have virtual reality goggles that you can put on, and it's like it runs you through kind of a day in the life of a recruit.
No kidding.
Yep. So, there's, at least nowadays, there's really no reason to not know exactly what you're getting into. Back in my day when I joined, it was word of mouth. You had people telling you how bad it was, but you didn't, of course you never believe them. Then you get there and realize, yeah, this is rough, but it's doable, right? It's all kind of between your ears there, as long as you're in halfway decent physical shape and got a little bit of confidence, which you need in this job anyway. You'll be fine. You can do it. Our staff and our academy staff is great, so they're going to give you the tools you need to be successful.
Yeah, and that's the other thing that I have heard anecdotally about the Missouri State Highway Patrol, Corporal Sam Carpenter here on KZRG, is once you do get in, it really is a brotherhood. It really is pretty rewarding work. Would you say that comports with what your experience has been?
Yeah, absolutely. I've spent my entire career in Southwest Missouri, which I was very blessed to be sent back here from the academy. I love it down here. I grew up here. But you make friends that for a lifetime. You spend every day working together. You're with each other in the best times, and you see some of the worst things too. And that it helps to have friends in the agency that you can talk to about that, make your gallows humor, whatever it is that you need to do to get through it. But it's very rewarding. It's I have zero regrets about becoming a trooper. It was great. It was a good decision for me. I'm getting close to the end, and it goes fast. I will say that. My first zone sergeant said, "You're going to wake up one of these days, and you're going to be close to retirement." And I laughed at him, and here I am. I'm for knocking on the door. So it's absolutely true. But it's because a lot of days don't really seem like work.
Right.
And so if you're, what do they say? If you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. So it's one of those things. If you love it, it's great. And, everything has its days, but they're few and far between.
Yeah. So Corporal Sam Carpenter with the Missouri State Highway Patrol, with this shortage that of troopers that we have in Missouri right now, what exactly does that impact? How do Missouri drivers feel that shortage?
Honestly, I think we do a pretty good job of not letting them feel that. We definitely make sure our staffing is where it needs to be. Those areas that are short, that suffer the most from being short, those are priorities, and those get brought back up to normal levels as soon as we can. So I think the patrol does a really good job of not broadcasting that. Basically, I don't feel like you would know if you're a citizen. I don't feel like you would know we're shorthanded.
Yeah, I know Steve hasn't felt it. He's gotten like 6 speeding tickets in the last 2 weeks alone.
Well,
no, 7.
Yeah, you can avoid that by just picking up a little bit on your right foot. We're not the ones doing that. I have to remind people of that. But yeah, I like I said, I think we do a pretty good job of making sure we have people where they need to be. And then we all since when we go down in numbers like that, we're still budgeted for those positions. So we still get funded as if those positions are being utilized. So we can take that money, we can offer overtime projects, so guys can make a little bit of extra money if they want by going to some of these areas that are a little short-staffed, picking up a couple extra shifts, helping them out in that area. So we do that a lot, and that's why I feel like the general public probably doesn't really notice that there's a shortage.
Right. So it's interesting. It's not a matter of dollars and cents. It's a matter of getting people to sign up and getting past that 8-month application.
Getting people through the door. Right. Yeah. We don't have budget constraints right now. So we're just trying to get good quality people through the door, get them trained up, graduated, because like I said, it's a commitment, you're applying. Our application process for that January class opened the 1st of February. That's when it started. So you're going to be involved in that all the way to January. Then you're going to be January through July in our academy. and then you come out and you're on what's called an FTO process for months with a road officer that's experienced. So, by the time you're out on your own, you've been dealing with this for 2 years.
Oh, wow.
So it's serious. I mean, there's a lot of responsibility that goes with it, right? So we want to make sure our people know what they're doing and they're capable, and we don't turn anybody loose that we feel like isn't.
Right.
But so it takes time. We have a lot of time and money invested into people trying to become troopers. So that's why we're very selective, and we want the best people we can get.
Yeah, and that's something that personally I'm glad to hear, that even despite this trooper shortage that the Missouri State Highway Patrol has right now, you're not lowering your standards.
Correct.
You're not just taking every schmuck off the street, giving them a badge and a cool hat and sending them on their way. That's
correct.
not how you guys are
Yeah, that's a bad way to do business. Do one or two slip through the cracks every once in a while? That's probably in every business, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we do our best to make sure that doesn't happen, and absolutely not lowering our standards. Our colonel and our staff and general headquarters in Jeff City have made that very clear. If anything, we're probably it's going to feel like our standards are increasing, because we're putting more emphasis on physical fitness and training and appearance. We want you to look good in uniform.
I got that.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, that's what we've always been. That's why our uniform doesn't change. It's pretty much the same as it's been for almost 100 years.
Oh, wow. A lot of history behind it.
Yeah, the patrol was created in 1931. So, we used to wear blouses. It's changed a little bit, but the general premise is the same. You can recognize a state trooper. And we're proud of that. So we want to share that. If you're interested in law enforcement, think about the Highway Patrol. Go to a career fair, talk to a recruiter, talk to any trooper that you see. Hopefully they're not sitting behind you on the shoulder, but maybe a good segue into trying to get a warning. So I've always wanted to be a trooper. But there's everybody's more than willing to talk to you, and if you've got questions, ask. We're happy to talk to you about it. It's part of our job. Is recruitment.
Yeah.
So
now, if somebody's listening right now, Corporal Sam Carpenter with the Missouri State Highway Patrol, and thinking to themselves, that sounds awesome. Aside from speeding and hopefully getting pulled over so you can ask the trooper, where can they go to learn how to sign up and learn more about the application process?
You can go to our website or go to motrooper.com. I think it's, I don't know if it's motrooper.com, motrooper.us, join mshp.us, or our general headquarters webpage. Basically, there's a place on there for Become a Trooper, and it gives you all the criteria, which isn't much, right? It's graduate high school and turn 21 before you graduate our academy. That's really the only basis for entry besides us doing our part of it, But like I said, I had to bring a little cheat sheet because I can't keep all the numbers straight, but there's so many options. We have 4 different colleges that will offer you a considerable amount of college credit hours for going through our academy.
Oh, wow.
If you do a little bit of extras, you can get, 46 hours from Mineral Area College, 30 hours from the University of Central Missouri, 57 hours of Missouri State, and 45 hours through Southwest Baptist, if you choose to.
Yeah.
And then you can do just a little bit more work in our academy, and you can get an applied science associate's degree. So our academy is very curriculum intensive. I think I don't remember the exact numbers. I think when I went through, you did something like 1,200 classroom hours. So that's why they offer these college credits. So if that's something too, it might entice you. You're close.
Mm-hmm.
You think I think I might want to be in law enforcement, but I kind of want to finish my degree. Well, this is a way you can do it. We're going to give you a substantial number of credit hours by going through our academy if you choose to accept those.
That's awesome. It's Missouri State Highway Patrol's Corporal Sam Carpenter. Corporal, thank you again very, very much for joining us. We really appreciate it. We'll talk to you again soon.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thanks for having me.
KZRG News Time, 8:25.
Here is your KZRG forecast. Soak up the sunshine, the spring temperatures today and tomorrow. Back to February by Friday. Sunny and 72 today. A mild night, mid-50s tonight. Tomorrow the winds start to pick up Still dry, 68 tomorrow. The cold air shows up tomorrow night. And Friday, it's sunny, only 50 in the afternoon. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
We buy guns, oh yes, we buy guns, oh yes, we are the best, oh yes, we buy guns, oh yes.
This is Liberty Tree Guns, the best place to sell your firearms. Walk in with a gun, walk out with money.
We buy guns, oh yes, we buy guns, oh yes, we are the best, oh yes, we buy guns, oh yes.
Liberty Tree Guns, across from Lowe's in Carthage. Or visit libertytreeguns.com to start your quote today.
We buy guns, oh yes, we buy guns, oh yes, we are the best, oh yes.
They say communication is key. I'm not sure exactly who they are, but here at Hickman Lawn and Landscape Services, we completely agree. For the past 5 years, we've been serving Joplin and the surrounding areas, taking care of your lawn and landscaping needs. We listen to your needs and wants to ensure we deliver high-end professional services, creating works of art out of your outdoor spaces. I'm Skylar Hickman. Visit hickmanlawns.com today to see why Hickman is the top choice for lawn and landscaping.
Remember flip phones? Snapping one open in public made you feel like a boss. Well, Samsung just brought the flip phone back, and it's nothing like you remember. I'm Kim Commando for The Current. It's our 5-star rated free daily newsletter read by almost 1 million folks like you. Sign up for free at getkim.com. We pay so much attention to Apple that it's easy to miss something great from Samsung. The Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 7, a 6.9-inch screen that folds right across the center. Snap it shut, and it's small enough to slip into your pocket. Open it up, full-size phone. It's one of Samsung's new flagship foldables alongside the Galaxy Fold 7. It'll cost you $900 to $1,100, depending on storage. It's not cheap, but snapping that thing shut after hanging up on a spam call, oh, that's priceless. Every day, I'm giving away a $250 Amazon gift card to someone who gets my free newsletter. You could win. Enter now at winfromkim.com. Hi there, I'm Kim Commando. Tech isn't just a part of our lives anymore. It runs our lives. From the phone in your pocket to your bank account, your job, your car, your kids, even your home security. Everything's all connected. And the truth is, most people are just trying to keep up. That's why I created The Current. It's my free daily newsletter that gives you the most important tech stories, the ones that actually matter, delivered in plain English with no fluff and no politics. I cover AI, crypto, scams to avoid, gadgets worth knowing about, and how to protect your privacy in a digital world that just doesn't slow down. Almost 1 million smart people already get it, and it's rated 5 out of 5 stars on Google and Trustpilot. Every American needs to understand how tech is shaping their lives, and The Current helps you do just that every single morning. Sign up right now at getkim.com. My newsletter 100% free. That's getkim.com, and I'll see you in your inbox tomorrow.
Hey, Clay Travis here. Join me and Buck Sexton weekdays from 11 till 2 right here on News Talk KZRG. You can depend on it.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Just before 8:30, Ted Bojorquez
and Steve Scott
on FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG. Coming up after the news, we didn't quite get to it earlier, a lawsuit, a big one, having to do with a major chemical producer in this country. That's coming up next on News Talk KZRG.
At 8:30, I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Here's what's trending on News Talk KZRG. California skiers missing update.
Nuclear talks.
California social media trial. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG heading for a high of 72. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith following sports. That'll be at 8:38. Sunshine, it's 54 in Neosho, 48 in Pittsburgh, 52 in Carl Junction, 52 in Joplin, FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, and on your smart speaker, News Talk, KZRG. Dozens of emergency responders are trying to find missing skiers after an avalanche out west. Lillian Wu telling News Talk KZRG.
A search and rescue continues under treacherous conditions for 9 skiers unaccounted for after an avalanche, which struck Tuesday morning near Lake Tahoe in Northern California's Sierra Nevada range during the area's strongest winter storm of the year. Rescuers late Tuesday reaching 6 survivors who communicated with officials through emergency beacons and took shelter under a tarp. The group, on a 3-day guided trip, were staying in remote cabins just north of Donner Pass. The slide occurred in the popular backcountry skiing area of Castle Peak in Truckee, California, where an avalanche last month left 1 man dead. Lillian Wu, Fox News.
Nuclear talks between the U.S. and Iran are taking place in Geneva, but Iran is not accepting President Trump's red lines.
Both sides acknowledge that these talks are going to continue, but the vice president's most telling statement after all of this was that the U.S. is dealing with a crazy regime in Iran, and that President Trump reserves the right to say when he thinks the natural course of diplomacy has reached its end.
We would very much like, as the president has said, to resolve this through a conversation and a diplomatic negotiation, but the president has all options on the table.
As negotiations resumed, Iran sent an implicit message carrying out military exercises in the Strait of Hormuz, and the Supreme Leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, also threatened to send a U.S. aircraft carrier to the bottom of the sea.
Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg set to take to the stand in a landmark social media addiction trial in California. Todd Pirro telling News Talk KZRG.
This is the first time Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg will be forced to answer questions in front of parents who say their children were victims of social media and blame him and other executives for their poor mental health and even their deaths. This lawsuit is being brought by plaintiff KGM or Kaylee, a now 20-year-old who says Meta's Instagram and Google's YouTube knowingly designed addictive features that harmed her mental health. In a statement about the trial, Meta said to Fox and Friends, "We strongly disagree with these allegations and are confident the evidence will show our long-standing commitment to supporting young people. For over a decade, we've listened to parents, worked with experts and law enforcement."
It is sunny. It's 52. It's 8:34. News Talk KZRG.
Well, after a 3.5-hour meeting last night, the Joplin City Council voted to annex and rezone land that could become a data center. During the meeting, the council held an open discussion regarding the situation, at which point Mayor Pro Tem Josh Tatar was heckled.
Any other discussion, council?
Are we just talking? Natasha, are we just talking now to jump up and talk and interrupt? Because we're having a discussion up here. We're not asking for comment. No, I'm asking questions.
You're lying to the people.
Okay. Asking questions is lying. We can, guys, asking questions is what you want, and now we're asking questions. I'm not looking for it. I apologize, Mayor.
A plea deal has been made with a man accused in a 2024 shooting.
Defendant Trent Cobb entered a plea of guilty to a charge of assault in the first degree. It was all part of a plea agreement. The Jasper County Prosecuting Attorney's Office says it's in relation to a shooting in April of 2024 of a man outside Discount Liquor at 1817 South Main. The victim was shot in the abdomen but survived. Cobb was located out of state several months later. The plea agreement for him caps his sentence at 15 years. Sentencing is scheduled for April 14th. Steve Smith, News Talk KZRG.
Sunshine, it's 52. It's 8:35. News Talk KZRG.
Republican members of the Missouri's congressional delegation are fuming over the partial government shutdown of the Department of Homeland Security. West Central Missouri Congressman Mark Alford says in his latest podcast that shutting down all of Homeland Security just to punish ICE is wrong.
The bad news is that this Democrat shutdown is going to have a lot of impacts on your security, air travel, and much more. And that's why I think this is so foolish for the Democrats to do this, but they've done it anyway.
Alford also accused Democrats of creating chaos in order to retake control of Congress during the 2026 midterm elections. Democrats objected to funding Homeland Security after ICE officers shot and killed 2 American protesters in Minnesota last month.
Today, many Christians are going to be marking the start of Lent.
Ash Wednesday is being observed today with a day of fasting and reflection that begins the start of Lent. Many Catholics will attend a church service and receive ashes in the shape of a cross on their forehead. Some Protestants, like those in Episcopal, Lutheran, or other congregations, also mark the day. In recent years, there's been an uptick in churches that offer ashes to go in parking lots, airport chapels, and commuter rail stations, with clergy offering ashes to busy workers and others who might want to participate in the ritual but don't have time to get to a church. Lent lasts for 40 days, minus the Sundays, and leads up to Easter observances. Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
Now with sports, here's Lucas Davis on News Talk, KZRG.
In pro basketball, the Joplin boys beat Carthage 55-51. The Carthage girls beat Joplin 46-43. In the loss, Joplin's Alyssa Owen surpassed 1,000 career points in a 15-point effort. The Webb City boys beat Parkview 50-45. The Carl Junction boys beat McDonald County 84-42. The McDonald County girls beat Carl Junction 41-32. The New Heights boys beat Golden City 75-54. The Thomas Jefferson boys beat Verona 76-27. Jack Twist crossed the 1,000-point mark for the Cavs in that win with 20 points. And the Thomas Jefferson girls beat Verona 56-37. An Olympic medal count update: Norway has 31 total medals with 14 gold. Italy has 24 total with 9 gold, and the U.S. has 21 total with 6 gold. Sports is brought to you by Hickman Lawn and Landscape. For professional lawn and landscape solutions in Webb City and Joplin, choose the experts at Hickman Lawn and Landscape. Visit hickmanlawns.com. Lucas Davis, News Talk KZRG.
Your news, the service of Galena Liberty Pawn. Sell your unwanted gold and silver directly to the refiner for top dollar. They also sell gold and silver bullion. Galena Liberty Pawn, 708 South Main in Galena, Kansas. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Pahorquez.
Next news, 9 o'clock, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here is your KZRG forecast. Soak up the sunshine, the spring temperatures today and tomorrow. Back to February by Friday. Sunny and 72 today. A mild night, mid-50s tonight. Tomorrow the winds start to pick up, still dry, 68 tomorrow. The cold air shows up tomorrow night. And Friday, it's sunny, only 50 in the afternoon. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
Nothing showing up this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. 54 in Neosho, 48 in Pittsburgh, 52 in Webb City, 52 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time now, 8:39.
The Joplin area is a beautiful place. We are surrounded by the hills of the Ozarks, picturesque waterfalls, and neighbors who make the area special. And for all the beauty that surrounds us, the very ground under our feet is terrible. I'm Blake with Firm Foundation Repair, and unfortunately in our area, it's very common to have settlement issues with your home. You may notice a crack in the sheetrock, foundation, or uneven floors, and those small issues today can become a huge headache tomorrow. At Firm Foundation Repair, we can help you save your home, and we can do it for the best prices around. Because just like you, we live here too. We don't have a CEO to try to pay in another state, and we aren't hauling in equipment from hours away. So with Firm Foundation Repair, you can trust a local crew to do it right for the best price. If you've noticed your home has shifted, your floors are sagging, or you have a leaky basement, get started at foundations-firm.com. We're Southwest Missouri boys with Southwest Missouri pricing, built on trust and known for strength. That's Firm Foundation.
In 1884, Community Bank and Trust opened its doors with one mission: to serve the families and businesses in the four-state area. 139 years later, and we're still serving our communities with local banking that feels very different. Visiting Community Bank and Trust feels more like visiting your neighbor. We'll always say hi and welcome you in. We'll always ask you how you are because we care about the answer. And whatever you need help with, our people will always find a way to make it happen. Visit your local Community Bank and Trust branch today to see what we mean. be sure to ask about our absolutely free checking, the account that gives you all the features you need for 0 monthly fees. No matter which account you choose, you'll also get a free gift card just for banking with us. Stop in today and make the switch to your local employee-owned bank. Community Bank and Trust, where trust is so important. It's in our name. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 580491.
Breathe in, breathe out. Cleanse yourself of negative energy. Listen closely for the sound of your ex's junk hitting the bottom of a Big John's roll-off dumpster.
Big John's.
Yeah, maybe it's a little petty, but if your ex has moved on, you should too. At Big John's Roll-Off Service, we call it therapeutic separation cleaning. Did your ex leave junk behind? Did they talk you into buying stuff that you never really wanted? With a roll-off from Big John's, you can experience the relief of throwing all of their junk away.
Hey, it's John.
And Claire from Big John's Roll-Off Service. We believe in the power of therapeutic separation cleaning.
We can drop off the right size roll-off to help you get the fresh start you need.
Text us at 417-540-0663 or go to BigJohnsRolloff.com and get your flat rate upfront price today.
When you've got big waste, you need Big John's.
Big on service, big on savings. Big John's.
There's no championship league for small business owners, but if there was, you'd be at the top of the standings. Because going pro with Lenovo Pro means you've got the winning formation, one-on-one advice, IT solutions, and customized hardware powered by Intel Core Ultra processors help you stay ahead of the competition. Business goes pro with Lenovo Pro. Sign up for free at lenovo.com/pro.
Lenovo.
Are you a fraud-paying American? 1 in 4 tax-paying Americans have been victim of identity fraud. With LifeLock, your identity, if it's stolen, they fix it guaranteed or your money back. And last year, billions in refunds were stolen. Could be from your salary, overtime, or second job. Gone. But this year, you don't need to stay a victim. Because this tax season, fraud-paying American is something no American should have to claim. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms do apply.
Where did you get that smile? Joplin Family Dental.
If you've been putting off going to the dentist out of fear, you're not alone.
A lot of people sit in our chairs and confess the same thing every day.
But here's the part they never expect.
How comfortable they can feel going to the dentist with safe and effective sedation dentistry.
It's designed to help calm your fears before you ever walk through our doors.
You stay relaxed, comfortable, and in control of any nerves or anxiety from start to finish.
So if you're ready to finally face your fear,
we're here to help you take that first step towards a better dental experience with sedation dentistry.
And we promise you won't be doing it alone.
Call Joplin Family Dental to discover the comfortable way to a new smile.
Or schedule an appointment at our new Carthage location today.
You can also learn more at joplindental.com.
Where did you get that smile? Joplin Family Dental.
News, talk, commentary, and hard truths. All those can be heard when you tune into the Mark Levin Show every weekday from 5 to 8 on News Talk KZRG. Depend on it.
From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
8:45, Ted Bojorquez.
And Steve Scott. It's going to be a beautiful, bright, sunshiny day. Enjoy the warm weather while you can because we're going to lose it for a few days. Not freezing cold, but it's going to be colder. High today, 72. Sunshine, mostly clear tonight, down to 55. Sunny tomorrow, 68. Down to 31 for the overnight low tomorrow night, mostly clear. Then sunny with a high of 52 on Friday. Saturday, a chance of rain and snow showers before noon, mostly sunny with a high near 48. Colder on Sunday, sunny, 45. Same for Monday. Then on Tuesday, we start warming back up with partly sunny and the high of 57. So I guess we've kind of been spoiled with all this nice, warmer, above average weather, but it's not too bad right now. 54 in Neosho. It's 52 in Pittsburgh. It is 49 in Galena and 49 in Joplin.
That's exactly right. Last night, the Joplin City Council meeting went about 3.5 hours long at MSSU's Corley Auditorium. In a 6-3 vote, the City Council voted to approve the annexation of land that could become a data center. And following that, in a 7-2 vote, the city council voted to rezone said land to heavy industrial, which is the zoning needed to build something like a data center. A couple of things to note. There was a lot of rumor or speculation that a Chinese Bitcoin mining operation is moving into Joplin on that land. News Talk KZRG, we investigated this. We asked around numerous sources. We cannot find anything that indicates a Chinese Bitcoin manufacturing plant is coming to Joplin. What we did find is that a group called the Abbots Group, some people call them ABITs, they asked for some tax breaks, basically, from local and state officials to build on that land. They were denied in both cases, at which point the city of Joplin hasn't heard back from them. And also, we spoke with the landowner, and he said on numerous occasions that he's not going to be pursuing any project with them. So take that what you will with it. If you want to believe him, great. If you don't, also great. That's your right. I'm just reporting the news here. The landowner told us he's not pushing forward with that Abbott's group that's based out of Hong Kong, that's a Bitcoin mining facility. And the city informed us that they haven't heard anything from them except early 2025. So early last year, more than a year ago now, they filed for some tax abatements, which the city did not grant them. That's all. That's the news. That's what we got for you. Take that information, what you will choose to do with it. That is up to you.
You can call it good news at this time if you're against that happening.
Yeah. And you can believe it, or you
Or
cannot
not.
believe it. This is America. Do whatever you want.
Sounds like a place down in Branson. Believe it or not.
The Ripley's?
Yeah.
I went in there. I didn't believe any of it. I saw it with my own two eyes, and I walked up to every exhibit. And I went, I don't believe it. I don't believe it for a second.
Oh, I had quite the opposite. I went to it also several years ago, and I believed it.
That's the difference between Steve and I. Well, agrochemical maker Bayer and attorneys for cancer patients announced a proposed $7.25 billion with a B dollar settlement to resolve thousands of U.S. lawsuits alleging the company failed to warn people that its popular weed killer Roundup could cause cancer. A lot of people are not happy with this company for Roundup, which allegedly causes Hodgkin's lymphoma. I say allegedly because I don't want to get sued. But in any case, they decided that, you know what? It's not worth the court fees. We'll pay you guys $7 billion to go away. Now, this proposed settlement is on the heels of the U.S. Supreme Court preparing to hear arguments on Bayer's assertion that the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, the EPA, had given approval of Roundup without cancer warning and therefore should invalidate claims filed in state courts. They said, hey, look, the EPA said we're good. So whether it does or doesn't matter. The EPA said we're fine. That's not, in my opinion, not a great look for a company when they're like, well, technically we didn't have to tell them. What would be a great look for a company is, hey, man, our bad. Let us put that warning on there and let us try and, figure out the science. Instead of paying out $7 billion, why don't you use that money to make it not cause cancer? Allegedly.
So then should the EPA be the ones in the hot seat because they did not force them to put the cancer warning on the bottles?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, if there is now enough evidence, allegedly, that this large international corporation that's based out of Germany, by the way, is nervous about these claims that this chemical caused Hodgkin's lymphoma, if there's enough evidence that they are willing to pay $7.25 billion, then yeah, I think the EPA missed the ball on this one, or dropped the ball, so to speak.
That's true.
But hey, look, and it's not that simple, by the way. It is not that black and white. I will say, I did oversimplify it. Bayer, they're not just considering the claims. They're also considering the media fallout. They're considering the legal fees that go into it. They're considering a lot of money. And they decided
into the ruling.
Yeah, and they're considering the ruling. And so they apparently internally have decided that however much money it would cost to continue down this path is more than $7.25 billion. Because they're willing to pay that, which means for them, that's the lower amount. Because I doubt the company's going to go, oh, yeah, let's pay more out of pocket.
No, they would not.
No, of course not. Now, to clarify the case that the U.S. Supreme Court is looking at through a series of legal jargon and rigor morose and whatnot, is suspected by legal minds, far brighter than me. It's suspected that this case would not impact the settlement necessarily, but it's definitely something that this international German-based company is certainly considering while making this $7.25 billion settlement offer. Now, keep in mind, it does still need to go through the approval process.
Right.
So they just announced this is now the path we're looking at. So we'll see if that actually ends up going through and who gets some of that money, where it goes. By the way, this is, if I'm sure you might know, but Roundup, this all has to do with the glyphosate chemical. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. spoke a lot about this during his presidential campaign. It was also something he spoke about with the Make America Healthy Again movement, now that he's under President Donald Trump, which unfortunately I haven't heard a lot from that Make America Healthy Again movement. Not as much as I would have liked to.
Oh, we've heard a lot, just like you said, maybe not as much as you'd like.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, that's what we got for you. What are your thoughts? Text us at 417-782-1310 or leave us an open mic message, and we'll play it live on air here. Good morning.
KZRG's Big Three on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg will testify today in a landmark trial over claims that social media platforms harm children and are addictive. The billionaire will be answering the public's concerns regarding youth safety in the digital Wild West.
Number 2.
Bruce Springsteen announcing a U.S. tour in defense of America, which he claims is under attack by Orange Man, who he calls a wannabe king with a rogue government. He's just the latest in a long line of celebrities with TDS.
Number 1.
Last night, the Joplin City Council voted to annex and rezone land that could become a data center during a 3.5-hour meeting. That meeting featuring robust discussion with lots of insight from citizens and city staff. Details at newstalkkzrg.com.
Here is your KZRG forecast. Soak up the sunshine, the spring temperatures today and tomorrow. Back to February by Friday. Sunny and 72 today. A mild night, mid-50s today.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. We appreciate it. We'll talk to you guys again later.